Leadership Education and Training Level 1. JROTC Duke, sweetheart, is sophomore Lily Pierce. Lily is the daughter of Anita Bailey. She's been a member of JROTC for 2 years. JROTC Duke is sophomore Lance Holcomb. Lance is the son of Stacy Holcomb. He's been in JROTC for 2 years and is currently a captain. He was awarded with Cadet of the Year. JROTC Princess is junior Michaela Baker. Michaela is the daughter of Michael and Crystal Baker. She's been a member of JROTC for 3 years. She's been promoted through the ranks of sergeant, first class, and first sergeant, as well as receiving the 2016 and 17 Cadet of the Year award. Her Prince escort is junior Stephen McCall. Stephen is the son of Curtis and Jessica McCall. He's been a member of JROTC for 3 years and is currently first sergeant. JROTC Queen is senior Aaliyah Baker. She's the daughter of Michael and Crystal Baker. She's been a member of JROTC for 4 years. She is currently battalion commander. Aaliyah has received the JROTC Recognition Award, Certificate of Appreciation, Cadet of the Year, and JCLC Most Outstanding Cadet. JROTC King is senior James Johnson. He is the son of Ronnie and Sherry Johnson. James has been a member of JROTC for 4 years and holds the rank of Major. Band freshman sweetheart is Julia Lewis. She's the daughter of Jesse and Summer Lewis. Julia has been a member of band for 1 year and plays the baritone. Band freshman escort is Nathan Lowry. He's the son of Roy and Deanna Lowry. Nathan's been a band member for 4 years and plays baritone sax, bassoon, and clarinet. He has received multiple ratings on solo and ensemble, as well as being a 2-year member of the Eastern District Honor Band. Band sophomore sweetheart is Maritza Chavez. Maritza is the daughter of Guadalupe Chavez and Cristobal Munoz. She's played bassoon in the band for 6 years. Maritza has received a 1 on a solo. Band sophomore escort is Rocky Hensley. He is the son of Robert Hensley. Rocky has been in band for 6 years and is a brass leader. Band junior sweetheart is Meg Thompson. She is the daughter of Ken and Dr. Anita Thompson. Meg has been in band for 7 years and has been the drum major for the past 2. She has also been selected for the wind ensemble band for the past 2 years. Band junior escort is Joseph Nagel. Joseph is the son of Dr. David Nagel and Dr. Beth Nagel. He's been in band for 4 years and is the woodwind captain. Joseph has been a member of the 3 EDBA honor bands. He's received 2 district superior solo ratings and the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award. Band's senior sweetheart is Taylor Johnston. She's the daughter of Sarah Stick. Taylor has been in band for 8 years. She plays the alto saxophone in the Orange Express. Her escort, senior Alex Coates. He is the son of Sue Hensley. He's been a member of the band for 6 years and currently plays the tenor saxophone. Alex is the low reed leader. Band color guard sweetheart is senior Robin Ballard. She is the daughter of Teresa and Alpha Ballard. She's been a member of Kaya has been a member of the All-District Band for 2 years, Jazz Band 2 years, playing the bass guitar, and of Wind Ensemble for 3 years. She's been an outstanding member of band since sophomore year and has made superior ratings on ensembles and supplements. Band king is Seth Wyndham. He's the son of Glenn and Tara Wyndham. He's been in band 8 years and plays the clarinet. Seth was a member of an ensemble that went to state and received superior ratings. Slow pitch softball sweetheart is senior Emily Madden Sampson. She is the daughter of Arden and Terry Sampson. She's been a roper for the softball team for 4 years. Emily was a 2-time slow pitch academic state champion. Slow pitch softball escort is senior Dakota Johnston. Dakota is the son of Rusty and Allison Dillon.
Yeah.
Baseball sweetheart is senior Meg Wynn. She is the daughter of Marty and Selena Wynn. She plays right field for the Tahlequah High School softball team. She's a 2-time academic state champion, a 2-time regional champion, and a 2-time regional runner-up. Baseball escort, senior Charles Krager. He's the son of Scott and Christine Krager. Charles has played left field for the baseball team for 4 years. He is a 2016 regional champion and an academic all-stater. Golf sweetheart is sophomore Heather Hendrickson. She's the daughter of Ronnie and Anna Hendrickson. She's been a member of the Tahlequah High School golf team for 3 years. Her escort, junior Seth Moscow. He's the son of Amanda Hodge and Brian Moscow. He's been on the golf team for the past 3 years and has been to the state tournament 2 years in a row. Tennis sweetheart is junior Macy Baker. Macy is the daughter of Jay and Stacy Baker. She's played tennis for 3 years and was last year's most valuable player. Tennis escort is senior Dante Scavone. Dante is the son of Melanie Scavone. He's played tennis for 4 years and plays singles. Dante is a state qualifier that has moved to 2 first-place medals. Soccer sweetheart is senior Haley Dreadfulwater. Haley is the daughter of Charlie and September Dreadfulwater. She's been a member of the soccer team 4 years and plays left defender. She's a 3-year starter and received the award for most improved her sophomore year. Soccer escort, senior Barnaby Miranda. Barnaby is the son of Barnaby and Maria San Juana Miranda. He's played soccer for 4 years and holds the position of forward. He has also been named Offensive MVP of the Year. Track sweetheart is senior Madison Booth. Madison is the daughter of Mike and Leslie Booth. She's been a member of the track team for 4 years. She runs the third leg on both the 400 and 800 meter relays. Madison placed third in state in both of those relays last year, and she is on the girls' track record board for both records as well. Her track escort is junior Blake Korn. He is the son of Heather Taylor and Michael Korn. Blake has thrown shotgun for Tahlequah High School track for 3 years. He's received 5th place at the 2017 regional. Mom sweetheart is senior Gabrielle Wheeler. She's the daughter of Robert Wheeler and Amanda Wing. She's been a member of the Palm team for 2 years and is the senior leader. Palm escort is junior Robert Wheeler. Robert is the son of Robert Wheeler and Amanda Wing. He's been a special athlete for 3 years. He's placed third in softball throw. Special athlete escort is freshman Jaden Thompson. Jaden is the son of Morgan and Terry Thompson. He's been a special athlete for 5 years.
Okay, does that zoom better, Hunter? See if it focuses better.
And first in a 100 meter run while competing in Special Olympics.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Basketball
better than it was?
is senior Allie Stay-At-Home.
Hang on.
She's the daughter of Melissa and Tony Stay-At-Home. Allie has been a member of the Lady Tigers basketball team for 4 years and is currently the point guard. She was 2017 and 18 state qualifying team and received 2nd place in the Metro Lakes All-Conference team. Basketball escort is Michael Murphy, senior. He is the son of Michael and Ellen Murphy. Michael is the point guard for the Tiger varsity basketball team and has played for 4 years. Michael has received awards for being all-conference. Wrestling sweetheart is junior Natalie Paulson. She's the daughter of Sandy Paulson. Natalie has been a mat maid for 1 year. Wrestling escort, senior Tyler Payne. He is the son of Amber and Ben Moss. Tyler has been wrestling for 8 years, and he was a 2018 state qualifier. Cheer sweetheart is senior Sydney White. She's the daughter of Megan and Jukes White. Sydney has been a member of the cheer team for 3 years and is a co-captain. She was 2017 state runner-up and 2018 regional champion. Her escort is sophomore Jared Pillow. He is the son of Denise and James Pillow. Jared's been a member of the cheer team for 1 year. Cross country sweetheart is senior Eladay Sierra. She is the daughter of Anna and Ariel Sierra. She's been a member of the cross country team for 4 years. Eladay has received the award for both being the most improved runner and made it to the state her sophomore year. Cross country escort senior Tristan Stroop. Tristan is the son of Michelle and Lonnie Sisson. He's been a runner on the cross country team for the past 4 years. Volleyball sweetheart is senior Jaden T. Jaden is the daughter of Becky Bowler and James T. She's played volleyball for 6 years and is currently the team's libero. Volleyball escort, freshman Braden T. Braden is the son of Becky Bowler and James T. Softball fast pitch sweetheart is senior Lainey Sanders. Lainey is the daughter of Christy Campbell and Brian Sanders. She's been a member of the fast pitch softball team for 4 years and is currently the pitcher. She was a 2017 regional champion and first team all-district. Fast pitch escort senior Seth Stacy. Seth is the son of Kim and Shelby Stacy. He's been a member of the Tahlequah High School baseball team for 3 years and is currently their pitcher. He's received District Player of the Year and Most Valuable Player awards.
I got it fixed.
At the very end.
Football
Still want me to follow?
sweetheart is senior Madison Riley. Madison is the daughter of Janet Riley and Larry Riley. She's been a coach for the THS basketball team for 4 years. Football escort is senior Nicholas Grasshopper. Nicholas is the son of Joseph Grasshopper. He's been a member of the football team for 4 years and is a center. Nicholas has played on 2 quarterfinal state qualifying teams and has had 27 starts in his career. And now, it's time to recognize our All Sports King and Queen candidates and their attendance. To be a senior king or queen candidate, a student athlete must play at least 1 sport for 4 years or 2 sports for 2 years. A list was compiled by coaches of senior athletes who met this criteria, and all 9th through 12th grade athletes voted for our king and queen. Now, let's meet the All Sports King and Queen candidates and their mini attendants. Our first mini attendant is Miss Sophia Skinner. Sophia is the daughter of Mike and Angie Skinner. She's 5 years old and is in kindergarten at Greenwood Elementary. Sophia likes dancing, gymnastics, soccer, and playing outside. Sophia wants to work at Tahlequah Lumber when she grows up. Our first mini escort is Mr. Grayson Freese. He is the son of Jeremy and Cassie Freese. Grayson is 7 years old and in first grade at Woodall Elementary. He likes taekwondo, football, basketball, and baseball. He enjoys fishing and riding 4-wheelers. He loves spending time with his cousins and going Stokard City. Grayson wants to be an FBI agent when he grows up. Our first all-sports queen candidate is Miss Sophia Berry. She's the daughter of Ryan and Chris Berry. She's been a varsity cheerleader 4 years and is currently the co-captain. Sophia has been a member of S Club for 3 years and is currently the vice president. She's a 2018 OSSAA regional champion and a 2017 OSSAA state runner-up. Sophia received the award for varsity All-American cheerleader this year. She is a 4-year member of National Honor Society, a 2-year member of Student Council, and a 2-year member of Tigers in Action. She's currently in the top 4% of her class. Sophia plans to attend Baylor University, the University of Oklahoma, or wherever God has planned for her. Our first all-sports king candidate is Riley Dunham. He's the son of Roger and Janet Dunham. Riley's a 4-year member of the Tahlequah High School soccer team and a 3-year member of the basketball team. He's a National Honor Society president and senior class president. He's also a member of FCA. He's an AP scholar with honors in September Rotary Student of the Month. Riley is currently in the top 1% of his class. He is a two-time soccer academic state champion and 2018 All-District goalkeeper. He's a youth leader at First Baptist Church in Tahlequah and is captain of the Elite Club's National League team from Tulsa Soccer Club. He's a Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Representative and a General Tommy Frank Sports Car Leader Representative. Riley plans on attending college for a chemical engineering degree. Our second mini attendant is Miss Adele Young. Adele is the daughter of Laura and Tyson Young. She attends second grade at Heritage Elementary. She likes sports, animals, and performing. Adele's hobbies include playing with her little sister Wesley, golfing with her dad, and riding horses. Adele plans to live in the mountains and have a cat. Our second mini attendant, or escort, is Mr. Ethan Little. He's 3 years old and attends Cherokee Nation and Scott. He likes swimming, playing outside, and anything that has to do with lawnmowers. One day he plans to own his own alarm service company. Our second all-sports queen candidate is Emma Doss. Emma is the daughter of Laura and Howard Doss. She's been a cheerleader for 4 years. She's currently the co-captain of the squad. Emma was a state runner-up in 2017 and a regional champion in 2018. She's a member of the Student Council, Tigers in Action, and National Honor Society. She plans to attend OU and pursue a degree in the medical field. Our second all-sports king candidate is Colton Booth. He is the son of Mike and Leslie Booth and the grandchild of Jim and Vicki Booth and David and Joyce Rittenhouse. Colton's been on the football team 4 years, baseball team 2 years, and track team for 2 years. He's a member of National Honor Society at Boys State. He's a captain of the football team, been a member of FFA for 4 years, and is currently the vice president. Colton likes to hunt fish, has gone on mission trips with Park Hill Baptist Youth Group, and he's had his own lawn mowing business and is co-owner of Top Cut and is a 4th-generation rancher. Colton plans to attend college, however, his major is still undecided. Our third mini attendant is Miss Adley Roselle. She's the daughter of Dr. Kyle and Mandy Roselle. Adley is 6 years old and is in 1st grade at Heritage Elementary. Adley likes playing with her friends, and she loves going to the lake and skiing. Adley plans on becoming a nurse at a hospital. Our last mini escort is Mr. Cason Barnes, son of Colton and Evan Barnes. Cason is 6 years old and is kindergartner at Keys Elementary. He likes playing football, riding his 4-wheeler, and working with his dad. Cason plans on going to OSU to become a football coach. Our last all-sports queen candidate, Miss Taya Green. Taya is the daughter of Jake and Lori Green. She's a 4-year member of the basketball team and currently the senior captain. She played on the 2017 state semifinal team and on the 2008 state quarterfinal team that won the Metro Lakes Conference Championship and played in the Tournament of Champions. Taya made the Metro Lakes All-Conference team as a junior. She's been a member of National Honor Society 4 years, and she plans on receiving an RN degree from Connors, followed by a doctorate in anesthesiology from Newman University in Wichita, Kansas. Our last all-sports king candidate, Cole Goodnight. Cole is the son of Kevin and Shelley Goodnight. He's been a 4-year member of the football and baseball teams. He's a senior captain of the football team and has made 2 quarterfinal appearances. He was a 4-year starter in baseball and was 2016 regional champions. In 2018, he was all-district outfielder and played in the Oklahoma State Games. Cole was selected as one of Life's top 100 for football. He is a member of National Honor Society and is in the top 3% of his class. Cole plans to attend OU and major in biology. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give all these incredibly deserving king and queen candidates a round of applause. And now, for the crowning moment we've all been waiting for. The new reigning Tahlequah Tiger homecoming king is Cole Goodnight. Congratulations to our new 2018 Tahlequah Homecoming King, Cole Goodnight, and Homecoming Queen, Taya Green. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a big round of applause once again. We'd like to thank you, family, and friends, and guests for attending tonight's homecoming. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for some Tiger football.
Hey, are we allowed to come back up? Are we allowed to come back up? Hey, we got 10 minutes. Hey, Jordan. Ask Jordan if we're going to film him running out of the little tiger crotch. Hey, put Jordan on the mic. Put Jordan on the mic. Hey, Jordan. Are we going to be filming the guys running out of the tiger? Camera 1 or camera 2? Are we going to be filming or Owen going to?
Tahlequah High School Kickoff Club would like to thank Cornerstone Fellowship for providing this week's pregame meal for the football team, as well as Zenith Construction for providing breakfast this morning. The Kickoff Club would also like to thank Tahlequah Police Department and New Life Worship Center for providing pregame meals for weeks 4 and 5. They would also like to thank Las Maracas, El Mocajete, and El Zarape for providing gift certificates to our players of the week for weeks 3, 4, and 5. Tahlequah High School Band, the Orange Express, would also like to thank Air Specialties for their support of instrumental music across Tahlequah. Thank you, Air Specialties. Want to remind everyone also, First State Bank $500 Field Goal Challenge will be going on tonight. Between the third and fourth quarters, some lucky person is going to get a chance to kick a ball through the goalpost for $500. If the kick is good, he wins $500, a trophy, and a t-shirt. If the kick is missed, he's still going to take home a $25 gift card and a t-shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, if you please direct your attention to the 50-yard line. Ms. Jennifer Patrick, Tahlequah Kickoff Club President, is going to present tonight's game ball. Tonight's game sponsor is Northeastern Health Systems. Representing Northeastern Health Systems to accept the game ball tonight is Authority Trustee Dr. Charles Gosnell. Dr. Gosnell is a 1960 Tahlequah High School graduate and wants to wish his fellow Tigers good luck on tonight's game. Go Tigers! Thank you, Northeastern Health Services and Dr. Charles Gosnell. We need everyone to please clear the sideline at this time, please. sponsored by Bravado Wireless. Bravado Wireless is your hometown wireless phone provider, offering unlimited talk, text, and data plan for only $40 a month at Bravado Wireless. Visit bravadowireless.com, like us on Facebook, or visit one of the Bravado Wireless stores for amazing deals. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter for in-depth coverage of tonight's game. Go Bulls, go Bravado! Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand as our color guard, lead rifleman, Command Sergeant Major Serenity Carter, American flag, Private Xenia Howard, carrying the Oklahoma flag, Sergeant Trista Wright, Trail Rifleman, First Sergeant Kyle Shirley. And now, with our national anthem, the Orange Express. Thank you, Orange Express, under the direction of Mr. Josh Allen. the stadium tonight. Your son is in the press box. Phyllis Quanah. Your son is in the press box, please. Once again, we'd like to remind Collinsville fans that we do have restrooms on your side, behind the bleachers and underneath. Also, concessions available over there. In the event of any kind of a problem in the arena tonight, please search out one of Tahlequah High School's uniformed SRO officers. I'd like to remind everyone that this is a smoke-free facility. There will be no smoking inside the arena or on school property. Thank you. Officials for tonight's contest: referee Nate McKinney, umpire Bobby Moore, head linesman Joseph Jones. Line judge is Nathan McKinney, and the back judge will be Jamie Thompson. Collinsville Cardinals coming to town as the visitors on the scoreboard tonight. Head coach, Mr. Kevin Jones. Tahlequah Tigers coached by Mr. Brad Gilbert. Brad is assisted by Jerry McClure, offensive coordinator, offensive line coach. Keith Wilson, defensive coordinator, linebackers coach. Joe Gadowski, special teams coordinator and outside linebackers coach. Cody Riles, secondary coach. Rocky Reeves, defensive line coach. Brandon Christian, running backs coach. And Nathan Thursby is receivers coach.
All right, welcome, Tiger fans, to week 6 of the high school football season. October 5th, it is a warm night. Mark Jordan in the booth with Ashley Stevens. How are you, Ashley?
Good to be back, Mark. Hated to miss last week, but it is exciting to be back in the booth for this top 5 matchup between your Tahlequah Tigers and the Collinsville Cardinals. Homecoming 2018, it's out of this world.
Yeah, that is the theme. We got both teams on the field right now. They're going through their last-minute warm-ups. We've got the band on the field, got the Tiger inflated up. I want to give a shout-out tonight to our broadcast crew, broadcasting up here in the press box. Producing is Celia Santana and Charlotte Knott. Owen Martin on the main camera 1, and then downstairs outside we've got camera 2 being manned by Ben Dobson and Hunter Burchett. So give those guys a shout out real quick. Got a good crowd tonight, Ashley.
Yeah, you can see they came to see the girls dressed up in their Sunday best, and I believe it was Cole Goodnight and Taya, who were the homecoming king and queen. Congratulations to them. But now that the festivity's over, it's going to be time to get down to business, Mark.
That's right. It is a big game. Both Tahlequah and Collinsville both ranked in the top 5. And this if you want to call it a rivalry, it goes back now several years. Collinsville seems to be the team that either beats us to knock us out of first place in the conference, or the team, like last year we beat them, but their point differential beat us.
That is right. And for those at home to understand, is 15 points is the max that you can get. So a lot of times you'll see teams at the end of the game, you think they're running up the score. They're really not. They're trying to get to that 15-point mark, because when it comes down to whether you're tied at the end of the season, then they go to those points. And so you want to get the max points each game. And just like last year, Collinsville, we went to their homecoming and spoiled their homecoming 31-21. And I hope that is not the case tonight. I hope the tradition continues, that we win our homecoming against the Cardinals. But the Tigers are going to have their hands full with a very strong defensive front that the Cardinals bring to town.
Yeah, the Cardinals play smash mouth football, if I can talk. By the way, folks, the Tigers, I don't know if they won the toss or what, but they will receive to start the game, and they will be going on your camera from left to right. That'll be from north to south. Collinsville defending the southern end zone. Tigers want to get out there and jump ahead, I can promise you.
I think so. I think it's real important. Talk with Coach Gilbert. I think it's real important that they get out there and they're going to control the ball, try to run the ball, feed it to Day-Day, control the clock, keep that ball out of Collinsville's hands, but take advantage of the big plays that we have, try to punch that ball in the end zone, all while trying to run that clock down, keeping the ball out of Collinsville's hands because, as you know, they can't score if the offense isn't out there.
That's right. And I know one of the goals of the Tigers is to control that play clock. So, like you say, keep them out, keep the ball out of their hands, and we can score. And I think this is going to be a good match game for sure.
I agree. Tigers are going to have their hands full with number 18, Grayson Boomer, who's a senior. And that last name may sound familiar to you folks at home. His brother, Seth Boomer, got a lot of playing time last night for the University of Tulsa, Rain Kane, and their loss to the Houston Cougars. But Grayson Boomer, he's a 6'6", 230-pound tight end / defensive end. He is already committed to Oklahoma State Cowboys. And so I can assure you that our Tigers are going to have their hands full with that young man. But I expect Brandon Davis to do his job and handle him quite well. I think they're going to do a great job with him. But he is a talented young man. Cole Duggars, their quarterback, Collinsville running back Jake Tuttle, and Malcolm Tillman, receiver Walker Roberts. They're led in linebacker by Braden Berg and Kenley Hall. And they have a strong defense, but I expect us that we're going to run the ball just fine.
That is correct, and it'll be fun to watch Boomer play. Anytime you watch a true Division I talent, I mean that's you can usually spot those on the field. Those guys are physically mature, and they just they seem to have something a lot of people don't. But I'll tell you this, like you said, man, the Tiger team, they may not have that D1 talent on the field. They may not. But they are going to come ready to play tonight, and a lot of it is between the ears.
That's absolutely correct, Mark. Really, I talked with Coach Gilbert about this at length, about that lack of, sometimes you look for that D1 talent, but, it's scheming, and it's coaching. And we know Gilbert, he has his players ready. He knows what they're going to see. He shows them they are prepared. And he will put them in positions, the best positions to make a play. And when you have that kind of coaching and that kind of ability, that's when you have the chances to win ball games. And I expect nothing less from Coach Gilbert and his Tigers tonight.
Leathers is back to receive for the Tigers.
I would not expect them to kick it to Leathers. As you know, he's already taken one back to the house this year. Very explosive, dynamic back. Expect to say his name a lot tonight. So I expect them to kick it away from Day-Day.
Yeah, that's probably true. Here's the lineup kick, and we are underway in Tahlequah. The kick will go into the end zone, and in high school ball, that is an immediate touchback. So Tigers will take over. 1st and 10 at the 20. Gilbert has that offense out on the sideline.
Big crowd, very loud already, Mark. Exciting, great atmosphere here at Doc Wadley Stadium.
I'm going to tell you, Ashley, we've had some big crowds the last year or two. This may be the biggest one I've seen at Doc Wadley in a long time. Tate Christian at quarterback, first offensive play. Pruitt in motion, handoff goes to Day-Day. He's trying to get the corner, and he'll be tackled out of bounds around the 21 where the officials marked him, so it'll be 2nd down and 9.
Pruitt, try to say that 3 times fast, in motion there, faked faked it to him and then give it to Day-Day back to the strong side. I expect to see them here shortly actually give it to Mr. Pruitt.
Here we go again. Number 10, Kobe Baker in motion. Snap, pitch back to Leathers. Leathers looking for a hole, and he will not find it. And, folks, he is hit hard again at the 21, so no gain. It'll be 3rd and 9. And right off the bat, Ashley, you see that defense that Gilbert had mentioned, the fact that they will fire off the ball and just absolutely grind people.
You know, they run that 3-4 defense, Mark, with a cover 4. They're gonna walk that inside, that safety up inside the linebackers there. That's where their strength is, the inside linebackers. They don't have to blitz a whole lot because they get it done with those guys. So expect them to load the box and come after Day-Day all day.
Christian back to pass. Pass is complete. Number 6, Bradley Pruitt. I think you said you'd see him get the ball. And it's going to be short of a first down. It'll be about 4th and 3. And so the Tigers will elect to punt. So right off the bat, Tigers go 3 and out.
That's the biggest thing, Mark. You got to stay ahead of the chains. You that first down, you only pick it up 1. Second down, you get lost. You find yourself in a 3rd and long situation. You want to stay ahead of the chains in games like these.
Definitely. Snap is back low, lining kick. Hits at the 50, and he's going to take a short Tahlequah bounce to about the 46-yard line, down by number 6, Pruitt. So the Collinsville Cardinals will take over at the 46 with 11:02 to go in the first quarter. You know, talking about the crowd, I'll tell you this, there's more people in the Collinsville side than I've seen on any home game we've had from the visitors. And their parking lot is packed to the gills. I mean, there's I see one car drive around looking for a spot, and they may not find one. Snap goes back, handoff to number 22, and he is hit about 4 times before he's taken down.
Mark, just a basic power play. They pull both guards, trying to create a running lane there. You know, don't look for Collinsville to really do anything fancy today. They're just going to run it down your throat. You know, they run the ball 75% of the time. But when they do throw it, they look big time. They look deep. They try to take advantage of those plays to really soften that box so they can really pound it back in.
Well, I was watching their quarterback in warm-ups, and he can throw the ball. And he's got some pretty good accuracy. There's the snap again, handoff to number 22. He's over the right side, and he will be wrapped up just across the 50. Number 22, folks, is Braden Bird, and he is not on my offensive depth chart for them. He is actually listed as their strong safety, a junior. So I don't know if they have had some injuries in the backfield and are moving guys around. But I will tell you another thing, and not, you know, I'm not trying to make it sound like, you know, Tahlequah is behind the 8 ball, but Collinsville, they really don't play Ironman football. Their guys go one way, and usually that's it. And we've got guys that have to share. We do have guys that are offensive only or defensive only.
Mark, I believe they got a face mask penalty, and that's a big-time penalty right there, because that would have been 3rd and long, and now it's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 31-yard line. And those are the mistakes that we can't afford to make, even early on.
Yeah, that's I know Coach Gilbert on the player packs he gave our guys this week talked about no penalties. We cannot shoot ourselves in the foot. And so there's a snap, handoff to Bird again, and he will be tripped up across the 30. They're going to mark him down at the 28-yard line. So that was a costly penalty. And I'll tell you this, too. Apparently the officials are not using yellow flags tonight. I did not see. It was either pink or red.
It's going to be pink in honor of breast cancer awareness. All of October is when most people go pink. But I wish they'd get that flag out, because that tailback is leaving a little bit early again. So I'd like to see them be on that.
Snap is back, handoff. Once again, that Collinsville back actually is carrying Tahlequah defensive players inside the 20 down to around the 17-yard line. Looks where he's going to be marked down.
You know, Blake Corn did a nice job at defensive end just then to force him back inside. But when he does that, your inside linebackers have really got to come back in and fill that gap and step up when he forces him back inside, that 9-5-9 is swarming. And he did just a touch better job there, as they are now 1st and 10 from the 18.
Snap to the quarterback, hand off to Bird over the right side. He's got a big hole. You have another flag on the play, and he's going to take it forward progress to around the 5.
I could be wrong, but it looked to me like the wide receiver was holding out there, Mark, but I'm hard to see from way up here.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be holding against the Cardinals.
Yeah, wide receiver, our cornerback was trying to get down, and he had him beat, and so he held on to him. So that's going to back him up 10. It's a penalty we like to have right there.
That's a good penalty for Tahlequah.
Just a basic zone, Mark. Just zone power. That's all they've been running. Just trying to get to that edge, find that running lane. The Tigers got to do a good job of stretching that out and let the backside linebackers fill up so they can make a play.
It's going to redo. They're going to replay first down. It'll be 1st and 18. Now the quarterback for the Cardinals is Cole Duggar. He's a junior. Handoff up the middle. Once again, a big hole.
That's Kobe Baker on the tackle coming all the way up there. Don't really like to see our second-level guys making those tackles. We like to see at least some contact made by our D-line. But, again, that's just when you run the zone, you run the power, and you do it well, like Collinsville, that's what's going to happen.
So it'll be 2nd down and 11. From the 18, handoff.
Roll out.
Roll out by the quarterback. He's got a receiver, number 30. Is that number 35, Ashley?
It looked like way.
Number 33, Cole Kuykendall. He'll take it down to the 10.
Cole Goodnight on the tackle there. That's a good play. It freezes those linebackers. That's what happens when you run the ball and run it successfully. You get the linebackers frozen, get to there on the edge with your little back there, and forcing Cole Goodnight to come up and make a tackle. It's going to be 3rd and short. It's a big time down right here for them to hold them here and hopefully force them to a field goal situation.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say field goal or a turnover or stop. Take any of those 3.
Oh, I'd absolutely take a turnover right here.
Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Bird. Missed tackle in the backfield. Then he'll be wrapped up at the 5.
That's going to be good enough for a first down. That's going to bring up 1st and goal for the Cardinals.
Number 45 on the tackle. That was Zach Fuentes. I believe he leads the Tahlequah Tigers in tackles, if I'm not mistaken. So, folks, it's 1st and goal from the 5. We got a big student section here tonight. Full bleachers. There's the snap, handoff up the middle, hit at the 5, wrapped up, and rolls to about the 3. That offensive line is getting a pretty good push.
I was just about to bring that up. Our defensive line is going to have to stop giving up that push right there, because he's getting the ball and he's already has 2 yards because of the push that Collinsville's line is getting. They need to split the double team, make a pile, force him to the outside.
They're not doing anything fancy. I mean, it's just, from what we've seen here with 7:22 in the first quarter, they're just lining up and getting it. Handoff goes to Bird again. Over that right side, kind of a sweep play, and he'll be tackled. That's a 2.
So far, every time they send that tailback into motion, out of that pistol, I guess we could call it, and move him to the side, he's going to run that zone right. Whatever side he lines up, they're going to run the zone to the opposite side. And what they're going to do out of that, Mark, is they're going to run that, they're going to run that, and they're going to run that, and then they're going to play action pass out of that. So it's really going to be important for our cornerbacks and safeties to really play assignment football.
Handoff up the middle, and it is a touchdown. Pretty much strolls in untouched. That was Bird on the carry. Bird there got most of the carries. So 6-0 with 6:39 to go. Collinsville jumps ahead in this 5A4 matchup.
Nothing fancy, Mark. Just good old-fashioned smash-mouth football.
Kick is up and good. Collinsville leads Tahlequah 7-0.
Zone left, zone right, power left, power right, dive, and then a play action pass. I think they threw the ball one time. He's 1 for 1 on this drive. If you're Collinsville, that's how you want to come out. You know, get a good 3 and out, and then march the ball right down the field. But Tahlequah doesn't need to panic. It's a long game.
Well, we've
had. You have to answer.
I can think of several games in Brad Gilbert's tenure where even we come out in the second half with making the right adjustments, and we have came back in several games. But like you say, no reason to panic. It is super early in this game, and Tahlequah has talent on the field. So once again, Collinsville will tee up the football.
Tahlequah can be just as physical as Collinsville. This is like heavyweight bout. You know, those body blows, and then you see the effect of a strong running game in the fourth quarter. And that's what Collinsville does. That's what Tahlequah likes to do too.
Big high kick in the end zone. Collinsville's got a pretty good kicker. And so it'll be a touchback again for the Tigers. Tigers will take over at the 20.
Just amazing at the amount of people here. People standing on their feet. So it's still an electric crowd. Student section fired up.
There's snap to Christian. He's looking for open man. He's got him. Jackson
Nice.
Jones at around the 30.
That's a nice play right there. They're playing off of Jackson Jones, giving him about a 5 to 7 yard cushion there. Just a nice little rollout and get him the ball quickly. One thing that's going to do, Mark, that's going to soften that up. They're going to pull those guys out of the box, and we're going to come back with Day-Day right up the middle. But when they're putting 8 guys in the box, we got to do something to get them out of there.
Exactly. Be a first down for the Tigers. Collinsville showing blitz. They might have showed a little early there because we did a decoy count there. McClure calling in the play from the sideline. There's the snap. Pass over to the far side. That's Kobe Baker. He's got a blocker in front, breaks a tackle, and is finally going to be tackled around the 38-yard line.
Fantastic adjustment right there at the line of scrimmage. Collinsville strode blitz just a little bit early, so he knew that was going to put him in man coverage on the top. And, you know, get it to a quick, speedy receiver, make them have to make an open field tackle. The hardest tackle to make is in the open field. Great play call at the line of scrimmage there.
Tahlequah comes to the line. They're getting the offensive formation called in here. The play. Christian back, takes the snap, handoff up the middle to Leathers. He'll have the first down and more up across the 44 to around the 45-yard line. And now you're starting to see the offense for Tahlequah starting to
That's right,
answer.
Mark. You know, that just like Collinsville uses the run to open up the pass, we can use the pass to open up the run. As you can see, the outside linebackers, they stayed put a little bit more to drop back in coverage because Collinsville likes to roll into zero coverage so they can count all their linebackers up. You can see they just moved up into man right now.
Yep.
They're going to bump and run. May have showed that a little too early, which gives us an idea that they're probably going to send a linebacker here, even though they only blitz about 30% of the time.
Snap.
There they go.
Christian back to pass, looking over the middle. Pass intercepted by number 52. We have a flag on the play.
That's going to be a block in the back right there. You know, that's a tough ball. Probably one he should have come down with, Mark.
Yep, pass to Jackson Jones. He tips it in the air and tipped by a Collinsville player right into the hands of number 52, and that is what Tahlequah did not need to happen when they're moving the ball.
That's a spot foul, going to back them up 10 from that spot right there. Oh, we can't shoot ourselves in the foot. You know, we constantly say it's hard to beat two teams, the opposing team and yourself.
Yes.
And right now, Tahlequah is doing that, you know, with penalties and turnovers. But no need to panic. No need to panic. They were moving the ball just fine. That play was there. Just stay calm. Let's get a 3 and out here and get our offense back on the field. Have a short memory and go punch it in the mouth.
Hayden Knight on the interception, number 52 senior out of Collinsville. They will take over at the 31-yard line on their end of the field. There's a snap, handoff to Bird. He'll be hit in the backfield by Simon Escalera, and then lunge forward. He probably, after that first contact by Escalera, he probably got another 4 yards.
Yeah.
So
great second effort.
35.
It was a great slant by Simon Escalera. Got just enough of his legs to bring it down.
Collinsville breaks the huddle. They run that power formation, this pistol with 2 backs. Handoff again to Bird. He's got a hole. He is lit up at the 40, and once again falls forward about 4 yards. He does not fall backwards, it would appear.
You know, it's just a basic power. You know, they pull guard and they bring that halfback over at an angle, puts him on a great block, create a running lane, and then run right behind him. Nothing fancy, but it's something that they do a really nice job of. Pistol formation again. Going to look for that zone right here, Mark. Oh, they're coming out
Back
to
to
pass.
pass. Duggar throws the ball. It is incomplete. Intended for number 7. And he is not on my offensive depth chart. Let me go to their roster here. Well, it doesn't matter. It's over. But incomplete to number 7 for Collinsville. And
that is the first time, Mark, that they've got into that formation and did not run that zone right.
Be second down and 10 from their own 42-yard line. A beautiful night. It's still warm, and if you know me, you know I cannot stand this heat. But there's a nice south breeze tonight. I see one of the students' flags down there standing on end. Handoff to Bird. He has nowhere to go this time. He'll be wrapped up. Kobe Baker trying to strip that ball, which I appreciate. Let's try and create a turnover instead of waiting on it. And they actually,
contact.
I thought they had him down at the 45. They're going to mark him at the 47.
He had his legs driving. I will say that. He had his legs driving and pushed forward for another 2 yards. That's going to bring up about, 3rd and 5, Mark?
Looks like it, 3rd and 5. Big third down right here.
This is a big-time defense needs to stop after that turnover.
Big time.
Help their offense out right here.
You'd like to see that the Tiger bleachers kind of get loud right here. All right, so here we go, 3rd and 5. Big play here for the Tigers. Snap, handoff, Bird again, and folks, he will have the first down. He was hit about 3 times and just rolls off of tackles, and I think I have the wrong running back now. I think that might have been number 21. I'm looking here at their roster. Number 21 is Jake Tuttle, a senior. So it would appear they have a stable of running backs that they can go to.
We're just not having a good job getting them. They're getting right into second level. And the first guy's not bringing him down.
Handoff, runs into his own guys, and he's going to be finally hit by Simon Escalera after he broke about 2 Tiger tacklers. I tell you what it reminds me of, actually, for you University of Oklahoma fans out there. Our tackling tonight kind of reminds me of the tackling for OU right now. They run up and hit, but they don't wrap up or finish the tackle. It's like, I hit him, he should go down.
Right.
Be 2nd and 7. Ball at the about the 44-yard line on the Tahlequah side of the 50. There's a snap. Back to pass, number 12 quarterback. Pass is complete.
One thing I will say this about Collinsville. Like you said earlier, they do not fall backwards.
They do not. And I talked to Coach Gilbert this week, and he mentioned just how physically tough they were. We have a Tiger player down on the field. I don't see a number on him, so no reason to speculate who that is. Our training staff is out there, led by Bryce Rudek, the lead trainer for Tahlequah Public Schools. Bryce, a baseball fan, he actually has done internships with the Atlanta Braves and the Arizona Diamondbacks.
How about that?
Speaking of, folks, the Atlanta Braves They're playing tonight in Game 2 of one of the National League Division Series against the LA Dodgers, and I'm a big Braves fan, so halftime I have to check the scores. Owen Martin, one of our camera operators, is telling me go Dodgers, so I'm about to get him out of here. The Tiger player's up on his feet. He's going to hobble off. Looks like it's number 77. That's
Davis.
Brandon Davis, and that's not a guy you want to have hobbling off the field.
No, sir. A staple on the offensive line. And that could be a big loss
kid
for the Tigers. Some scores around the league. Mark, East Central's up 13-0 on Pryor. Bishop McGuinness is just straight whipping Guyman 28-0. Sky took 14. Tulsa Memorial 0. Carl Albert's all over Northwest Classen 21-0. And here in Tahlequah, it's Collinsville 7, Tahlequah 0.
Man in motion. Another man
zone
in
left.
motion. Handoff coming our direction. He's looking for the edge, and he's going to get it. Finally,
oh my goodness,
hit by Cole Goodnight. Cole lets it go, trying to strip the ball, and then finally drags him down. And that's Tuttle again on the carry, and actually that's another big game. They are just ripping it off in chunks.
And it's just basics, Mark. It's just basic tackling. You know, Cole came in way too high, and tried to sling him down. And when he slung him, he kept his feet going, and he picked up another 7 yards. But we're going to get one here, as they called him for holding, so it's going to back him up 10 yards. And thank goodness for that. I thought Tigers did a good job trying to stretch it all the way out to the sidelines until they force it back inside, but they've got to make that tackle.
Yeah.
They've got to figure out a way to make the tackle, wrap up and bring it down and gang tackle. And I bet Keith Wilson right now is losing his mind on that.
I bet. Got a tackle. Now, that'll be 1st and 14, so they're going to start behind the chains.
Tigers only rushed 3. There should be another holding, but they're not going to call. Oh, big time hit right there.
Hard by Dylan Parrish.
Dylan Parrish. He has a full-time job laying the wood.
Hey, that is the first time tonight a Collinsville player has went backwards on contact.
Dylan Parrish, I mean, just leveled that young man. There was a lot of pressure on the top side by Blake Korn. Blake Korn's being double-teamed by the guard and the tackle, but he was able to get around it, force the quarterback outside, and got him on the roll, and then Dylan Parrish bringing the pain.
Collinsville comes back out. Duggar takes the snap, handoff up the middle to Tuttle. And once again, man, he broke several tackles. He was hit
in the backfield by Blake Korn. Blake did a good job whipping his man, but just couldn't come up with the tackle. Again, he just is running his feet and just keeps going. He is a tough cat to bring down, Mark.
And I'll tell you, to me, there's a lot of similarities between this Tiger team and Collinsville team in that, like the coaching staff. You've got a good coaching staff over there at Collinsville. They've been together for a long time. Kevin Jones, the head coach. I got to throw in, he's a Westville boy. Which I was at one time. So he knows what he's doing over there. These Collinsville guys are well coached, just like the Tahlequah guys.
And I'll tell you this, Mark, they're not afraid to run the same play over and over and over and over again. But, it's a sign of another good coach right there. They kind of tried to do something cute. They were getting holding penalties that, wasn't working. So they said, hey, we're going to go back to the well. Go back to dipping it out of the well. And, again, they got that ball moving again.
It'll be
That's the end of the first quarter.
End of the first. Cardinals lead 7-0. Folks, I thank you for watching with us on TahlequahTigersAthletics.com or on the Mascot Media app. We're on both mediums, and I got to give a shout out to our listeners this week. Mascot Media, our provider, they send me an email every week of the top 20 or 25 broadcasts. And our web broadcast was number 14 out of their schools, and our app broadcast was out of number 17. So, I don't know. I'm not real good at math, but I like to think in my mind, if you add up our 14th and 17th rankings, total viewers probably for Tahlequah Athletics, I think that might put us up in the top 10 maybe. And there were some big schools ahead of us that just have more people in general. So. Collinsville takes snap, start second quarter, hand off to Tuttle over the right side. There's nothing, and he cuts it back to the left, and he'll finally be tackled by Escalera, it looks like. Kind of hard to see if it's Escalera or Leathers. Quayshawn. Yeah, Quayshawn Leathers makes the tackle. Got a confirmation from Coach Miller on the PA here at the stadium.
That's a good open field tackle, Mark, because he doesn't make that tackle, he scores. So it's going to bring up second and short for the Collinsville Cardinals. Another fancy pistol. Look for that inside dive again.
There's the snap, handoff up the middle to Tuttle. First contact at the 15, and he'll fall to the 14. And that's enough for a first down. And here, just that grind, that ground and pound. Collinsville is a physical team, very physical. Official starts the clock. Collinsville breaks huddle, they come out. There's the snap, handoff to Tuttle over the left side. He's going to be hit for the first time at the 11, and he
just carrying.
Takes it down to about the 6 or the 5. I mean, it's just.
Just a physical running back, not afraid of contact, just dragging Tigers.
Yeah.
And again, we've been saying it all night. First contact is being made 2-3 yards down the field.
Yes. Yeah, so, they're getting great yak yards after contact, but also when contact isn't for 2 or 3 yards, then, and now there, folks, there we have our first, that's going to be number 45. Zach Fuentes is going to hit him about the line and hold him there, so it'll be second down, or third down, and 2 from the 6.
That was a good gang tackle there. They've been do that all night right there. Trips to the right, pistol package. Motion. Back to pass.
It's complete.
Great coverage by the Tigers. That went nowhere, Mark.
Yep, that was Cole Goodnight on that coverage. The pass was complete to number 18, Grayson Boomer. That's that D1 prospect that we've talked about right there.
Absolutely sniffed it out from the far side. Fantastic play by the Tigers defense. It's a bend, don't break mentality right here, 4th down and 2, big time stop. Let's get off the field. Expect them to shove it right down our throats, but how about we push it right back into theirs? There it is. Big time stop. How about that? That's Dylan Parrish fighting through there, making a big time play for the Tigers at a time that they needed it. Now let's get the offense out. Let's go 96 yards and tie this game.
Crowd,
oh my goodness. Mark, I got goosebumps. When you hear the crowd get that excited on a big time play, that is exciting. Great job, good read, read it all the way, great tackle for loss, and now the Tigers are going to take over. 1st and 10 from their own 7. Tigers are going to go shotgun. Rolls out to his left, looking, throws it away wisely. He was double covered. Trying to get it back to number 11, Cole Goodnight. I think he did just a smart thing right there and do nothing silly. Just get rid of it.
So it'll be second down here and 10 for the Tigers. We're trying to work through some technical difficulties in the old Tahlequah Tiger broadcast, but Cherokee County folks, we can make it work. Christian back at quarterback. We haven't seen Simeon yet. Handoff goes to Leathers, and actually he's hitting the backfield, and it's already
makes dancing. One man miss in the backfield, just maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Collinsville is going to say, you know what? You're going to have to throw it on us because we are not going to let you run.
Yeah, I think you're right.
They've watched some film on Day Leathers, let me tell you that.
They have. They're going to send in, the Tigers are sending in Escalera and number 44, Johnny Fuentes. Here we go, 3rd and 11.
When Day has over 1,000 yards rushing, he's averaging 9 yards a carry, I would tee off on him too.
Christian back pass, he's going down the field and no one is there. Jackson Jones, closest receiver, he's probably 8 yards away.
Well, that's going to bring up 3 and out. Tigers going to be forced to punt inside their 10. I'd have liked to have seen us at least change the field position a little bit there, Mark. Back deep to punt. They're coming after it. He gets it away. It's a low line drive kick. Good bounce. He's going to take it at the 50. He's at the 45. He's going to be corralled at about the 43-yard line by number 33 at Simon Escalera.
And Bradley Pruitt on the tackle right there, too.
That would be a net punt of 43 yards. Well, I should take that back. 33 yards. Ball's actually around the 10-yard line. Well, the defense is back on the field.
They're going to start getting tired at some point, actually.
It's just a physical game. They're going to get tired. If our offense doesn't start getting first downs and getting some rest for the defense, this is not what Coach Gilbert wanted from our offense. You know, he wanted us to control the clock and our offense to be on the field. Look for that zone left here again, Mark. There it is. Oh, no, it's a keeper.
He's up the middle. He's across the 40 and just Tuttle carrying the ball for the Cardinals. You know, in the first quarter, it was number 22, Bird, and now it's Tuttle. And so, you know, I don't know. Tuttle's not on either depth chart, defense or offense. So, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes these teams get a little creative in how they hide information, so you just never know how that happens. There's the snap. It's a bad snap. Quarterback runs into his own halfback, and so that's a break for the Tigers. There will be no gain. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Nice job by the Cardinals there to turn a bad play at least into a nothing play, because that could have been a disaster for them, which I would have had not shed a tear had it been a disaster.
No, I would be just fine.
It's going to bring up 3rd and short, manageable, I guess you could say, for the Cardinals. I expect them just really to go back to that inside dive or the zone right, but they're going to throw the ball here, Mark.
Over the middle. It is picked. No, incomplete. Boy, I'll tell you what, Ashley. Colton Booth had the angle on that.
Boy, I'm telling you what, he read that like a Dr. Seuss book. He was all over that like green eggs and ham.
That is right. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them.
Sam, I am. So here, Collinsville is going to come out and punt, it looks like. Pin the Tigers back deep. This is also in the area of the old fake punt.
I was about to say, the way they've controlled the line, you might look for some shenanigans here.
And there it is.
Dadgummit, there it goes, Ashley.
Just enough to get the offense back on the field.
Simon Escalera jumping off.
Dadgummit, it's just the basics of don't shoot yourself in the foot. Don't turn the ball over. Don't make pre-snap penalties. Those are things that just can kill a team. And again, we can't beat Collinsville and ourselves. So Collinsville offense is going to come back out 1st and 10 because that was just enough for a 1st and 10. They're going to run doubles to this side of the field. Pistol formation.
There's the snap, handoff, and number 24.
I believe the sniper got him that time.
Yeah, no kidding. That's Tillman on the carry. He got tackled by one of those turf gremlins. Reached up and grabbed him.
Yeah, it's nice to have the home field turf gremlin on your side.
That's right. That's a loss on the play, but 1. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Cardinals.
Pistol formation again. Doubles to the top. Man in motion.
There's a snap. Hand
Zone
off
left, trying to get to the
over
edge.
left side. He's
Forces
got
it
a
back
big
inside,
hole,
and he
Ashley.
could go.
He's gone. I see no flags on the play. Actually, he was untouched. He had a lane, and he was gone. That's Tillman on the carry, 13-0, Collinsville. They look back. Ashley, you've got two critical plays, that interception and then that jumping off on fourth and five.
Down. Giving them the ball back.
Extra point snap is back, hold down, kick up, and it is good. So the Cardinals, with 6:25 to go in the first half, take a 14-0 lead. Still got lots of ball game left, around 30 minutes and 25 seconds. So Gilbert and crew can come out swinging.
You know, it's just a basic zone. You know, we've said it all game. He's got to play assignment football. But he was not touched at all in that little scamper.
No.
So Tigers facing a little adversity here. We'll see how they respond as they're down 2 scores. Still way too early to abandon the game plan here and panic.
Oh, yeah. No reason to turn this off. Got a lot of football left. There's the signal from the official. There's the kick. This is just returnable here. Leathers at the 7.
Ooh, big time. Oh, no.
Excuse me, that is Simeon Armstrong.
Yeah, the turf dribbler got him.
Yeah.
I think he thought he was in white jersey because he tackled him.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to tackle the Collinsville guys, not our guys. So we need to send a message down to the turf gremlin there and tell them to leave our guys alone.
That's right.
Tigers going to take over at the 15-yard line, not the field position we'd like them to take it at.
Gilbert in the middle of that offensive huddle, trying to get the guys to focus here. You know, I know these boys. They have been itching for this game all week. Sometimes you can psych yourself out.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Christian's still in at quarterback. We're getting the call in. Play clock's down to 3-2, and Tahlequah's got to take a timeout. I think that, and I don't want to get in trouble from viewers, but I think the official maybe started the 25-second clock a little early, and Tahlequah still thought we had some time getting those players in there.
How about those Lady Tigers in softball heading to the state finals?
No
Congratulations to that great group of girls there.
That's right. Give a shout out to Coach Ray, Coach Bardell, Coach Furra, coaching those girls up. They kind of hit the skids the last couple of weeks of season, and then come out in regional, and that's when it counts. You know, come out hot when it counts. So they'll go to the state tournament Thursday, Friday. Hopefully they'll come back with some hardware. Christian back quarterback Kobe Baker in motion. He'll be pass complete to him, and he is going to be dragged down.
There it is. That's going to be a horse collar. That's a jet sweep. The fake the jet sweep and then throw it to him. Great play design. Gets him out on the edge at full tilt run. Great grab. And then, he slung him down by the collar there. And we'll take that. That should be a 15 yards added on.
Yeah, that's a personal
foul.
Foul.
That's a big play. It's a big-time play right there to really get our offense going. Great play design, too, Mark. Get them out there in a one-on-one type situation. Again, make them make that open field tackle.
Exactly. And Baker's fast. Now,
He's got some wheels on him.
He can run. Christian back in the shotgun formation. Handoff goes to Leathers. Leathers is going to get some running room over the right side.
Leathers got a little speed on him,
yes,
too.
He does.
Makes one little man miss, and wow, he's to the edge. And I think that's close to, if not another 1st and 10.
And they're going to wave it first down. He got about 3 yak yards right there. So you get Day going and get those pass plays going where they create some opportunity. I do want to point out, folks, at the top of your screen, that receiver is Simeon Armstrong, and I would have a feeling, I am not a football coach, but Simeon is a good athlete, and I'm sure the coaching staff, if Christian's going to get the majority of snaps, they want Simeon on the field for his speed and athleticism.
Absolutely. And you see the cushion that they're giving him.
Christian
There
back
it
to
is.
passes over Bradley Pruitt, overthrew him Christian there. It's not Pruitt seemed a little upset, but that wasn't on him right there.
Just a touch overthrown. He had room to run. I'd like to see him put that ball right there on the numbers, get Pruitt a chance to turn and run with it, because look how much cushion they are giving our wide receivers. I am surprised by that.
2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. Christian takes the snap. Handoff goes to Leathers over the right side. He's going to be dragged down in the backfield and hit hard. Ashley, I mean hit hard.
That's a
but he
big
pops right
time
back
loss.
up. That's a big loss. Be 3rd and about 13. 3rd and 12. 2-yard loss. You know, I don't think we're going to be able to stretch the field on this team like we've been able to. I think our running game may have to be up the middle. We're going to have to create some lanes or something.
You know, that's the thing. That's one of the strengths of Collinsville's defense is their speed. You know, they are very fast on the outside. It's going to be hard to get there. They have team speed and size. That is one of the strengths of their defense. So.
Play clock to 3, 2, 1. There's the snap. Pass incomplete, intended for Jackson.
Just a little bit behind him. It looked like he had Kobe open.
So that drive kind of filters out right there. And it's going to be 4th and 12 from the 42.
4th down, 12 for the Tigers.
We gave our defense a little bit of a break. They're going to have to come back and take it on the field. A high looking snap.
Good punt. Going to be fielded.
He touched
it. He's going to take it. And he is down inside the 10, folks. So a break for the Tigers right there. Great punt and a break for the Tigers. Now that defense, which Collinsville right now, they proved they've got enough time to score with 4:34 left in the first half. Tigers, boys, would be a good spot to come
pick
out.
Six.
Yeah, pick six. Turnover, get us down inside that 20.
Defense just needs to come up with a big stop, really kind of for their confidence, too, at this point. You know, to get that swagger back that, you know, hey, we can stop you. We're not afraid of you.
There's a snap, handoff up the middle, and Ashley
he is gone.
He's going to go. He's across the 40, 30. Baker's giving chase, and Baker calls the dogs around the 15. There is not a single flag. He was not touched, and Ashley, he went between the center and the guard.
It's just a basic dive. That's all it is. And they are just big and physical, and they are dominating the line of scrimmage, and that's what it boils down to. And that's what happens. You dominate, and you're big and physical up front. Not even touched. That was 91 yards.
There's a snap. Hold is no good. And the ball is bouncing around. It's still out there.
Tigers
Scooped
got it.
up by Simon Escalera.
Look at that play.
He can't return it.
Nope.
In my opinion, not just because of the situation, but boy, they really take some
points off the board.
Protect players, and I'm not sure how a muffed extra point can protect, but I'd like to see Tahlequah run that back and get a safety or something.
I would have as well.
So it's 20-0, and the Collinsville student section starts the overrated chants at Tahlequah.
Yeah, if I were down there on the field, I don't know that I would take too kindly to that. So Tigers going to take back on the field, kick return team.
And now the you got the student sections from both sides going back and forth at each other. Something, about high school athletics I just love is have those kids going crazy. There's the kick, and this time it'll be fielded at around the 3 by Leathers. Excuse me, I believe that's Simeon, and he'll be tackled at the 17, Simeon Armstrong. That kick, apparently the southern wind was helping the kicker kick the other way the first quarter because he was kicking them in the end zone. Now he's getting them to about the 5.
We just are not getting the good starting field position that I would prefer, or I'm sure Coach Gilbert would like to have.
No, you see maybe some difference in speed in the teams, that sort of stuff, which speed kills, as they say.
Mark, this is an important drive for the Tigers. Just for a confidence standpoint, you can start to see the sideline getting down a little bit. Just need a good, strong drive right here to build that back up.
There's the snap, handoff to Leathers, looking for running room. Really doesn't find much. Now he's going to gain down to the 20, so a gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Going to bring up 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. Just really can't get anything going. They've had glimpses here and there, but just can't really get a good, strong drive put together, either through rushing or passing. Is that Simeon in at quarterback?
Yep, Simeon Armstrong at quarterback, try and get something going there. Snap, handoff, and Leathers is tackled at around the 15, so major loss there. Even behind the line, not only behind the line of scrimmage, but behind the original first and 10 marker. Loss of about 5 on the play, so it'll be 3rd and 12. And with 3:15 in the first half, I think it's safe to say this first half has not turned out the way the Tigers wanted it to.
Nope, not at all. Looking to the sideline. They got what they got. They're all can draw up here. As the play clock is ticking down to 3. Look for Gilbert to take a timeout here, and he does. With 2:52 to go in the first half, Tigers are trailing the Cardinals 20-0.
Boy, Ashley, I keep yawning. That like 4:45 alarm to make it to the T-Mac this morning for the Channel 8 pep rallies catching up to me.
There's a big crowd I can see on the TV. Way to come out and show out today for Channel 8. Makes you proud to be a Tiger, to see that kind of support. Makes you proud to see the kind of recognition that they're getting, too. And they deserve it.
That's right. And next week, Channel 8 will be at Collinsville, so they've got the Collinsville game both weeks. So the Tigers will come out on 3rd and 12 after the timeout. The ball is on the 15. Simeon Armstrong back at quarterback. There's the snap, handoff. Leathers on the carry, and he's going to gain back to about where he was when he lost the first time. So it'll be 4th and 9. We have a timeout called. I'm not sure who called it. Collinsville will call it. 2:38 to go. They're trying to stop the clock because they're thinking they're going to get another score.
Well, if they were to get the ball back, get points on the board, they get the ball, Mark, at the second half.
Yeah, then you start talking about being down by 5 scores.
And that's pretty tough. Tigers need to do something here defensively just to get some life back into it. And I haven't noticed if Davis has come back into the game, and that's a big loss on that offensive line.
He has not, Brad. I see him on the sideline. He's actually on crutches, without a helmet. So I'm gonna say we may not see Davis again this evening. Punt formation for the Tigers. There's a snap. Christian will punt. Got some pressure that time by the Cardinals.
That's a great punt out of the end zone. Takes a Tiger roll.
And there it'll be down at the 39-yard line in Collinsville territory. 2:29 left in the first half. Collinsville with the ball. And so it's going to be interesting to see right here what they do. The last couple of possessions, they've had some big runs and haven't even been touched.
Go with that same formation, pistol again, nothing fancy, just running the ball.
There's a snap,
there it is again.
Handoff, and he tackled.
Blake Korn there on the first initial hit, tripping him up, but still able to gain just over 3, maybe 4 yards.
Second and 7 from the 42-yard line. Snap is back, handoff goes to 21 Tuttle. He's hit pretty good at the 45, but they're going to mark him at the 47. And just those, it's amazing how just 4 and 5 yard per touches you just control the game if you can do that.
Absolutely. He's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Cardinals. Cardinals don't really appear to be in a hurry. Just content with just pounding the ball here.
Snap, Tuttle on the carry. He'll be wrapped up short of the 50 at the 49. That's going to be very close, probably to a first down.
They're giving it. That's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Cardinals.
Korn on the stop, number 53 for the Tigers. So with a minute 25 to go, they've got a first down, and they are about to break into Tahlequah territory.
Look for them to take a shot here soon, Mark.
Snap. Run to the right side sweep. We have a flag on the play.
That's in the area of holding. Holding is the call.
I'll take it. Ashley, what do you think about that OU Texas game tomorrow?
My goodness sakes, they always tend to be close. And if you're an OU fan right now, don't sleep on Texas.
No kidding.
But I'm predicting Kyler Murray's going to have a big game. And I think OU's going to get out of there with a win. But it generally doesn't matter what kind of team Texas has. It's kind of like the OU-Texas, OU-Oklahoma State game. They're always going to be good.
That's right. You bring your best in that game. Hand off to Tuttle over the left side.
Great job right there. Good tackle right there by number 10. That's Kobe Baker.
He shot that gap, wrapped him up the legs, and just did not let go. First time I've seen that tonight from the Tigers.
Exactly. That's going to bring it down to 42 seconds. I believe there's timeout on the field.
I believe Collinsville may have called it. I don't know that. Well, Tahlequah has 1 timeout and they have 2. Maybe they didn't. I don't know exactly what the stoppage is here.
I think it was an equipment timeout as they were trying to fix his helmet because they've got the clock rolling again now at 35 seconds. Collinsville may be content with just maybe running the ball here and getting to the second half.
Like you mentioned, they will get that ball at the second half.
Or they could run a play action and take a shot.
Snap, hand off to Tuttle over the left side. He's going to be hit and bounce off. 3 broken tackles, and he gets a first down, Ashley, across the 50 into Tiger territory at the 49.
Well, he's not to the first down mark just yet, but he got to the original line of scrimmage. But they're going to be content with just going into the second half, which I think we're good with. Let's just reset and come out and have a better second half, Tigers.
That's right. So, folks, what we're going to do, we go to half. The Cardinals lead the Tigers 20-0. What we're going to do is we're going to set up the camera and turn up some volume and let you listen to the halftime show of the Tigers. So, go to the store and get you a cold pop and maybe some beef jerky or something. If you're feeling adventurous, Ashley and I take a cold pop and some beef jerky up here in the press box.
She's annoying, neurotic. She's annoying and neurotic. I have no clue. She left me. Not my deal. Check the bathroom.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, Tahlequah Public Schools 3rd through 5th grade stars music students and Tahlequah High School Jazz Choir dancing tonight to Space Jam.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got a real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright.
Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Come on and slam, you wanna jam. Thank you guys, great job. And now, entering the field, the Orange Express. This year's competition show is entitled Elemental World, with music from Adele, Daft Punk, and Venetian Snares. The band is under the direction of Josh Allen, Courtney Clear, and Aaron Epperly. Additional staff includes Jasmine Rodriguez, Lily Lewis, and Savannah Koch. Drum majors are Meg Thompson, Eddie Monosky, and Ethan Knight. Last weekend, the Orange Express competed against bands from the 3-state region and were named a finalist at the Owasso Invitational. Tomorrow, they travel to Arkansas and compete in the Bentonville Invitational Marching Championships. Drum majors, is your band ready? Orange Express, the field is yours for performance. Ladies and gentlemen, the Orange Express under the direction of Mr. Josh Applin. Great job. Miss Cindy Smith, your grandson has been found and is below the bleachers here on the home team side. If you'll go down there and seek out Officer Sams, one of our SRO officers, your grandson is looking for you. Miss Cindy Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, look down here on the home side, or about the 40-yard line up in the stands. We have the graduating class of 2008 from Tahlequah High School here tonight. Would you all please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, give that group a big round of applause. Tonight's game sponsor, Northeastern Health System. Representing Northeastern Health System was Mr. Charles Gosnell tonight. They were the recipients of tonight's game ball. Kickoff Club would like to thank Collinsville Fellowship for providing this week's pregame meal for the team, as well as Zenith Construction for providing breakfast this morning. Also like to thank Tahlequah Police Department and New Life Worship Center for providing pregame meals for weeks 4 and 5. Kickoff Club would also like to thank Los Maracas, El Mocajete, and El Zarape for providing gift certificates to our players of the week for the weeks 3, 4, and 5. Tahlequah High School Band, the Orange Express, would like to thank Air Specialties for their support of instrument and music across Tahlequah. Thank you, Air Supply. That's Air Specialties. Don't forget the First State Bank $500 field goal challenge to be taken care of between the third and fourth quarters tonight. You can now sign up for that in the area out front behind the bleachers. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have somewhere here tonight in the crowd the class of 1983. So welcome the class of 1983. Ladies and gentlemen, we already have a winner for tonight's First State Bank $500 field goal challenge. Kicking between the third and fourth quarters tonight will be Mr. Justin Brooks. Tonight's game is also sponsored by Bravado Wireless. Bravado Wireless is your hometown wireless phone provider, offering unlimited talk, text, and data plan for only $40 a month at Bravado Wireless. Visit bravadowireless.com, like them on Facebook, or visit one of the Bravado Wireless stores for amazing deals. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter for in-depth coverage of tonight's game. Go bold, go Bravado. Press box, we'd like to thank once again Subways of Tahlequah. 3 locations. Jeanette, Susie, and Erica would like for you to come out tonight following the game, and they'll make you an awesome sandwich. They also want you to try their new wraps and sunflower crunch bread. Check out Subway of Tahlequah. And thank you for providing refreshments for the press box. We'd like to remind Tiger fans that next week we'll play the Pryor Tigers right here at home at Doc Buckley Stadium, Gable Field. It's Peak Out night next Friday night. So wear pink, purchase a Peak Out t-shirt from Dana Reese. Start the second half of action tonight. Collinsville Cardinals will receive the kickoff.
All right, folks, welcome back from halftime. We have Cardinals leading 20-0. So, Ashley, what do you think's got to give here?
You know, it's just getting back to basic football. They've got to stop the run. I mean, plain and simple. Got to get some inside penetration. Got to make tackles. You know, they're not doing anything fancy. They're not doing anything that's tricky or anything. It's just basic smash mouth football. Zone right, zone left, power right. You know, they're and just blocking it up, and it's just assignment football. I think once they do that, and then on the offensive side of the ball, we got to get Day going. We got to get those guys out of the box. They've committed to stopping the run. It's a big task, but it's one they can accomplish.
That's right, and like we've said, don't count out Gilbert and crew. He can make some halftime adjustments that'll get things going. Ball's going to be picked up there at the 10-yard line. And, you know, it's things like that right there. Collinsville kind of wasn't real sure about fielding the ball. They pick it up at the 10, and they return it to the 26.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got to cut that stuff out.
It looked like Bradley Pruitt on the play there on the tackle, and he looks to be a little bit shaken up as he's over here on the sidelines. I think that one rung his bell a little bit. So here comes the Cardinals, who have basically ran the ball at ease, lining up the same formation, pistol, power to the left, moving in motion, look to that zone left play. There it is. Trying to get to the outside. Tigers do a nice job that time holding them to 2, stretching it out, and actually making the tackle this time.
That's Tillman on the carry. We had in the first half it was Bird and then number 21, and I can't remember his name, and now you've got a new back, it looks like, there in the backfield carrying the ball some. Hand off once again to 24.
Good tackle.
Tackled
that
at
time.
30.
Another maybe pickup of about 2. It's going to bring up 3rd and long, maybe about 3rd and 6 for the Cardinals, maybe 3rd and 5. But a good tackle, held him to just 2 yards. We'll take that. So it'd be a significant win for our defense if we can hold them here and force a 3 and out to start this opening half, second half, excuse me.
Snap is back, handoff. Tackle made just shy of the
He's going to be short.
40, so he'll be short. It'll be 4th and about a long 1, short 2.
If you're the Cardinals, you go for it here, Mark. You've had success running the ball. It looks like they're going to march out that punt team, but you know, it almost be a slap in the face to come out and say, we're just going to go for it.
Well, and remember what happened the only other time tonight Collinsville ran out their punt formation. It was 4th and 5, and they got us to jump off. Here it is, 4th and about 1. And we know they'll do it. There's the snap.
Kicks
Kick
away,
is
line
out.
drive. It's a deep punt over his head. Goes inside the 15, to the 10, rolls down to the 5, to inside the 5, down by the Cardinals at the 4-yard line.
Boy.
Mark, when it rains, it pours. I mean, what a fantastic punt by the Cardinals to pin the Tigers deep inside their own 5-yard line.
No kidding. Good punt, and if that's, hopefully that's not an indication that the momentum hasn't shifted when things like that are going against you.
But, you know, your defense did exactly what you wanted them to do.
Yeah.
They come out here, and they got a 3 and out. Now it's time for the offense to go, hey, you know what, we can play 2, and let's go answer this with a 96-yard touchdown drive right here.
I think so. You do that Adair County math, but I'm pretty sure it'd be 96 yards. There's a pitch to Leathers in the backfield. In the end zone is where he got the ball. He carries it out to around the 7.
About a 2 to 3 yard pickup there for Day-Day. Going to bring up 2nd and 7. Almost a little option type play that it's guaranteed he's going to pitch it anyways. He just takes a shuffle step and then tosses it to him. Trying to catch him to jump off sides. There's no play call there. Looks to the sidelines, and now he's bringing the play in.
5, 3. There's the snap. Good protection, looking for a pass, and folks, that's going to be picked off
all day long. He read that from the moment the ball was snapped. And that's going to return it inside the 9. There's a penalty flag that's going to be thrown. And I think Blake Korn, number 53, is shaken up.
Down. That was intended for Cole Goodnight, and he underthrew him by about 5 yards, and number 33 just read that and picked it all day long. It's Cole Kuykendall.
You know, he had his eyes on him the whole time, never took his eyes off of him. And, you know, never looked him off, had over-the-top help, and then just threw it right to him. You know, if you're going to make that pass, you want to miss it, you know, high and away. Blake's up and around. That's a good sign there. Personal foul was a call against Collinsville. It's going to back them up 15 yards. But another turnover. Not how we wanted to start the second half.
So that penalty will back them up on the return. But it'll be 1st and 10 from the 25, from the Tahlequah 25.
Motion,
snap.
zone left, trying to get to the outside. Tahlequah stringing it out, cuts back to the inside. Gang tackling, he's still driving his feet. They're going to give him forward progress at the 20-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd and about 5 for the Cardinals.
That's a gain of 5, actually. And it looked like Tiger defense did what they're supposed to do, and Collinsville still gains 5. I mean,
it's just that push by that offensive line. They zone block so well. You know, I was watching their footwork, and every single lineman takes that inside step just the way you're taught, and then they're getting that push, and it's just textbook. It really is, and it's just basic football.
2nd and 5, handoff up the middle, gain of about 4, down to the 22.
Now, they did something different, a little interesting there. I don't know if you noticed, Mark. They pulled the left guard like a typical you would do with a power play, but then they ran right in behind where he pulled. You know, usually you're going to run away from that and hit that angle, but they ran right in that gap where he pulled. And I think what they're doing is when he pulled that guard, that linebacker's reading the guard, so he makes a shift over, creating that gap and lane there for him to run to.
Another Tiger down, actually. This will be a 3rd Tiger down. I don't know the status on Corn. I am almost certain Brandon Davis is not in the game because he was on crutches going into the half.
That's
we
a
have a
big-time loss
player
for
down. Of course, he's going. Looks like it's that's 45 Fuentes, Zach Fuentes, I believe. Looks like he's going to walk off under his own power.
Looks like he may have a little bit of a, don't want to speculate, but a shoulder stinger there as he's carrying his right arm there.
Yeah, he is carrying it a little bit lower. Some kind of excitement going on in town. Actually, a couple of the police officers leave quick in their cars with the lights and sirens. It's called running hot. Is that right?
Running hot. Running hot.
Snap, handoff over the left side. He will be piled up around, maybe gain of 1. Looks like they're going to mark him. So it's going to be 4th and 1. But this is 4-down territory right here, especially
absolutely.
with a 20-point lead and no indication from the Tigers that they're showing much signs of life. I'm not saying the Tigers are giving up.
I'd like to see another big play by Dylan Parrish, just like the big 4th down stop earlier. I'd like to see that again. Tigers are showing blitz. Oh, there it is, jumping off sides. You know, and that's a tough player right there to jump off sides. You're right over the ball, you know, as he trots off, you know, and it's son. You see the ball move, you move. You're right there on it. But you know, you're trying to get a jump. You're trying to, you know, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, Mark.
Is that like Rubbins Racing?
That's right.
Something like that. If you ain't first, you're last. There's a snap, handoff over the left side to 22.
Good
tripped
job.
up in the backfield by Dylan Parrish.
That's what I wanted to see on the last play. Great job shooting in the gap there. Read the pulling guards. It was able to make that tackle for a loss. Loss of 1 is going to bring up 2nd and about 11, I believe.
Yeah,
I do believe they can get a first down.
The bad part is first down's at the 1.
Yeah.
So if they get that, they've got 4 tries from the 1.
Pistol formation, nothing fancy again. Same formation they've been in all game. Man in motion. Back to pass.
Oh, it is almost picked by Trey Patrick.
My goodness.
That
great deflection. It's been nice for him to take that back to the house.
I don't know if he had the wheels to go to the house, but he had a lot of green in front of him.
Hayden Napier's checking back into the game. Haven't said his name much tonight.
Looks like Corn's running off with that right arm hanging a little low. One thing we can say, Collinsville has been physical tonight.
Absolutely.
Another thing to point out, and I can't remember if we mentioned this, there's a pass incomplete to the end zone. Trey Patrick on the coverage, but Collinsville, they've pitched 3 shutouts this year, and they're pitching another one right now.
That was a great coverage by Trey Patrick. You know, he rolled out, had him coverage, and then when the ball was thrown, he undercut it, and the ball sailed on him throughout the end zone. Great coverage. It's going to be 4th and long for the Cardinals, and they're going to march their field goal team out. About a 29-yard attempt. Kicks up, kicks away, and it is good. And that's going to put the Cardinals up 23. Tahlequah 0.
Actually, we got to give a shout out to the one and only Rod Robertson, the man from Cherry Tree, Oklahoma, over in Adair County. He spends a lot of his time over here in Cherokee County, and he's well acquainted with some of us Tahlequah folks. He's listening online and sending critiques to us. So I want to give a shout out to that dude over there in Cherry Tree, Oklahoma. Hopefully that water situation's fixed up over there, Rod.
Cherry Tree, America. Beautiful country.
Beautiful. Over there by Line Switch. Old train switch.
Oh, Rod, he can pick a guitar too, Mark. Don't let him fool you. 2 things he can do well, grow a beard and pick a guitar.
Daggum right.
All right, so here we are, 23-0. You know, I take that as a win too, Mark. I mean,
yes.
You get them to the 25, holding the 3 points in a really tough spot. You know, hey, technically we're only down 3 scores. You know,
that's right.
3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. And, buddy, we win 24-23. The eternal optimist kicks back, kicks deep. Oh, we got to get on that. Ooh. He's bubbling this ball. Oh, he's still going. Oh, my goodness, what a hit.
Took a hit. There was some fumbling, bumbling, stumbling going on that play.
We got it to about the, 19-yard line.
Yep.
Let me scratch that. That'd be the 14-yard line.
Actually, give a shout-out to our production crew tonight. Working for us tonight on now on camera 2, we have Charlotte Knott. Camera 1's Ben Dobson. And then working the computer, we've got Owen Martin, Celia Santana, and Hunter Burchett. Burchett's more regulating than anything right now. But we are working on this.
Inside, one-man miss. He's still going. 3, 4, 5, 6 guys on the tackle.
See some fight out of Leathers right there.
You know, just doing everything he can to get into the backfield. You know, even at that, you know, he's trying to make that first man miss. I think we say that every broadcast that Leathers does a great job of making one man miss. But, you know, he makes that one man miss, but right now it's being 2 yards in the backfield. And then all of a sudden here comes the next 5 guys, you know, to contain him to about a 1-yard gain there. So trips to the left. Play action. Looks to pass. Oh, my goodness. Pass was intended, I believe, for Kobe Baker, and it was right on tack, but it was tipped by the outside linebacker, and it sailed away. So that's going to bring up 2nd and long for the Tigers.
Being backed up in our own territory like this is not what we want. Folks, we gave that shout-out to Rod Robertson, and he just texted me that he did not have – his internet went out at Cherry Tree. I don't know if you can believe that or not.
I'm telling you what, it looked like we were trying to hold water in a sieve just then.
Yeah.
Because here they came. We roll around. Tate probably should have just got rid of that football, but it's going to be a big-time sack all the way back down to the 8-yard line. Tigers going to be forced to punt again deep in their end zone. Just can't get anything going offensively.
No, and I'll tell you what, Ashley, I was noticing on that offensive series when the play was being called in for the Tigers, saw a little bit of body language from the Tigers, and it was hands on the hips and those shoulders moving because they were sucking some air. Look at the Collinsville defensive side of the ball, and they were licking their chops is what it looked like to me.
He breaks one tackle. He's getting to the outside. Oh, my goodness. Was that Dylan Parrish? He looked like a rocket coming through there at about the 25-yard line to force him out of bounds. That's a touchdown-saving tackle.
Well, I'm telling you, he came through there like a missile.
All right, so the 27-yard line is where they're going to mark him out. Tigers defense is going to step out. There is a flag on the field, Mark. You know, the penalties have gone against Collinsville for most of the night.
Yeah, they've had their fair share of.
Looks like it's going to be against them again.
Of mess ups. Just Tahlequah cannot seem to capitalize. Got to give another shout out here. I don't know if you saw that, folks, on your stream. I don't think you did, but one of the ball boys down there is a member of the 5th grade team, Wyatt Stevens, son of none other than Ashley Stevens, and him and Sinjin Sampson down there patrolling the sidelines like a couple Dobermans, just throwing in balls and whatnot.
one of the things he started this year, having the opportunity to be the ball boy. Super excited, just developing that community pride. And, I mean, he's so excited about being a Tiger and hopefully one day playing for Coach Gilbert. I think I'm just as excited for that opportunity as well. They're doing a great job this season, too.
Hand off to 21 up the middle. He's going to be grabbed by Goodnight. Goodnight's going to get help some getting him down. And, boy, they are generous. Actually, I want you to look at the two different officials. One's at the 28 and one's at the 30, marking where the ball went down.
My goodness. Yeah, they're going to bring it back. He had the better angle on that. It's going to be just on the other side of the 30. Going to be out the 29 and a half. It's going to bring up second and short for the Cardinals.
Pass over the left side, complete to number 1. He will be brought down just shy of the 20. Trying to get the Tahlequah number. Got that tackle, looks like Colton Booth. And they're going to mark him at just inside the 21. We're going to spot it at the 21. And folks at home, take a look at Tahlequah, hands on the hips, trying to catch some breath here. And boy, when momentum's not going your way and you're on the field a long time, it's hard to. If you can't breathe, it's hard to do much. Handoff 21, he's breaking.
That's 4, 5, 6 tackles he broke.
He's going to carry.
There's a flag, and that looked to me like it could have been a face mask, Mark.
Very possible. That flag came in from the
but
back.
6 tackles he broke. See what the call is here.
Personal foul on Tahlequah.
Yeah, I believe that's going to be the penalty. It was a personal foul face mask. It looked like his old head whipped around to the right, and then he went straight to the ground. That's generally the big-time face mask.
Must have been. So that's going to be a half the distance to the goal penalty, which means it's on about the 1.5-foot line.
Well, they backed it up to the yard. We'll take that.
Play clock down 9-8. 7. Man in motion. Snap is back. Handoff to 21, and he will stroll into the end zone for a touchdown.
Just a dominating performance by Collinsville. Just being physical at the line of scrimmage and just really just punishing that ball.
Excuse me, I had the microphone back in front of my face. 30-0 for the Cardinals. Tahlequah's got to come up with something. Not saying we're down. I've seen strange things happen.
It is high school football, man.
It is, but you begin to think we don't want to get blanked. We do want to show something on offense.
Just to get some signs of life, back into the sideline. You're facing some adversity here. Things aren't going your way, and this is going to be one of those gut chests. Mark, they are a young football team that has more success than a lot of Tiger teams have had in the past. Coming out 5-0, all the hype, all the media, and that's a lot to take in. But just remember, Collinsville, they are loaded with seniors. Tahlequah, we're sophomores and juniors with just a few seniors, and those seniors, by the way, Cole Goodnight coming in had never caught a varsity pass.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of growing up to do, and this could be one of those games where how are you going to take adversity?
Exactly. Kickoff is muffed at the 12, and we're still trying to get on that. And that's Day, and Day all day will be hit pretty hard around the 16 when he finally gains possession of that ball. Well, and there's and I don't want to ever come across like I'm making excuses, because excuses are like armpits, man. Everybody's got one and they all stink. But you get into geography issues with Collinsville sitting just to the north of Owasso. I know their baseball program has reaped the benefits of sitting just north of a high school powerhouse in baseball like Owasso. They get guys that would start probably on any other high school baseball team, but don't start on Owasso's.
Oh, my goodness.
And, folks,
that's pick 6 right there, Mark.
pick 6 for number 21 of the Cardinals.
That play did not start well at all. It was a bumble snap, and then he's pressured, and then he throws off his back foot, basically a sidearm off his back foot, so it goes flat at nose of the ball. The linebacker is dropping back into that zone coverage, and he throws it right to him, and there's nobody between him and the end zone. That's an easy pick 6 all day long.
Well, when I coach baseball, Ashley, when things kind of start to not go our way, I always tell my boys, I need someone to tighten the wheels. The wheels are getting loose, and I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say our wheels are starting to fall off. Someone's got to tighten these lug nuts up.
It's just time to rally the boys, And again, I literally just talked about it. How are you going to respond? How are you going to respond to being in this situation? Are you going to lay down and quit, or are you going to fight to that last whistle? Are you going to come out and scratch and claw and do whatever you can to get yourself back into this game, or are you just going to lay down and be done with it? Well, it's a true test of who these Tigers are going to be right now. When you find yourself down 36 points, what are you going to do? Are you going to come out and fight, or are you going to come down and lay down? And I would imagine Gilbert's going to get them fired up, and they're going to come out and try to claw their way back into something respectable here.
Looks like Leathers and Baker back deep to receive for the Tigers. Collinsville going to cue that ball up. Here comes the kick. It is away. Low liner. Taken by Baker at the 10. He's looking for running room. Runs into his own man. And he'll be wrapped up and drove back.
Little extracurricular there.
Yep.
No call by the referee crew there. Ball's going to be placed at just about the 21-yard line. Probably the best starting field position Tahlequah's had in the second half.
I think you're right.
As you were, I'm going to give him another yard, and that's going to be at the 22-yard line.
Well,
Simeon Armstrong is now checked in at quarterback.
Let's see what kind of fight you got. It's like you said earlier, it's adversity when you show what you're made of, not when everything's going right. There's the snap handoff. Simeon's going to keep that. And, folks, he loses the ball. Now the question is, was he down?
They're giving it to Collinsville.
And the official right on top of the play says Collinsville's ball. And you're beginning to see a lot of frustration on that Tahlequah sideline from some of the players.
Goodness. It was a great run around the corner, and I didn't see who popped that ball loose, but Collinsville takes back over. 1st and 10 from their 33-yard line. It is just not going the Tigers' way tonight.
No, I think, I don't want to call the dogs and put out the fires, Ashley, just yet. But nothing is going Tahlequah's way. And right there, they're going to rip off and he is carrying people, which, folks, you can see that. But they have a flag on the play on that far side. But he's in first down territory. Looks like a couple yards short where they're going to mark him. Let's see what the flag is. Collinsville sideline seems to think it is on Tahlequah, and it looks like it's a hold. Personal foul face mask, I guess, against the Tigers. The official didn't give us, he just gave us personal foul call, but
I think it was a little more extracurricular activity up by the sideline there, Mark, and I think that's just a sign of frustration and just game's not going your way, and you just take the shots when you can take the shots at this point. From the body language of our defense, it's just you can see that frustration has definitely set in. It's time to just regain our composure, get a stop here, and just right the ship here, boys.
Collinsville comes out, and they've got the ball there on the 13-yard line. Handoff over the left side, and actually he's got another big hole. Finally dragged down by Baker.
That's a touchdown saving tackle.
That was. Now their quarterback looks like he's getting up. Is that a quarterback or a lineman? Whoever that is, actually, he's going to hobble off the field with his arm.
I don't think he's going to make it sideline.
I don't think he is either. It'll be first and goal from the 3. Play calls coming in. They're still in the huddle breaking. It's down to 5, that play clock. Snap at 1. And he's in for a touchdown.
Just a straight up 21-22 dive. Nothing fancy there. And they punch it in again.
So 43-0.
On for the extra point. Right now, Collinsville staying true to their average. You know, they were holding people to 0 and averaging 40 points themselves. And no different here in Tigerland here at Doc Wiley Stadium, as Collinsville is all over your Tigers, 43-0. And now the Collinsville student sections began to chant scoreboard, as I believe they're trying to point out how nice Northeastern's Jumbotron is.
That's right. That's right.
Right? Clearly that's what they're pointing out. I mean,
Beautiful
that is
facility.
High definition stuff right there. Great advertising, you know.
Got the Coke and Reese's advertisement on there, Century 21.
I mean, I think I would point to the scoreboard too. You know, hey, look at that Coke sign, look at the HD.
Well,
I appreciate the Collinsville student section for bringing that up.
That's right. You know, looking at that, I'm reminded how tasty a nice ice cold Coke would be right now. So I think on the way home, I may stop at Casey's, get me a slice of pizza and a cold Coca-Cola. If the game gets any more out of hand, actually, I may start spouting off history facts or something here. Kick is up and going to be taken by Leathers, picked up around the 16. He's still on his
Trying to
feet.
get to the edge.
Looking for something.
Well, he got it
Gang
to the-
tackled at the 25.
About 26-yard line mark. You speaking about history facts, Mark, I saw something very interesting, made me tickle. Got me tickled, I guess I should say. Made me tickle too, I guess. I don't know. That's where we are, folks. It's 43-0, and we're about to start tickling each other, I guess.
Things are getting out of hand in the box. I don't know.
But it was the history teacher let the students pretend like they were on Twitter. If George Washington was on Twitter, you know, and I really, really enjoyed that. You know, I think Paul Revere, you know, tweeted, you know, I'm too tired to run. You know, just retweet this. We finna to die. You know, so it was quite funny.
I did see that, and Leathers carries to the – I didn't think he made it to the 32. That's where they're going to spot it. Now, he was shoved back to around the 29.
We'll take that forward progress. That's
We will
probably
take it.
his second best run of the night, which is hard to say when he's averaging 9 yards a carry. They have really done a good job bottling up Day Day.
Christian back in at quarterback. There's a snap handoff, and
Oh, my
Leathers is hit by right at the line of scrimmage. I think it was a brick wall he may have ran into.
Lord. You get that kind of play from a defensive end. That's pretty good.
Christian back, low snap. He
snap.
scoops it off the ground. There's the pass. Pass was in and out of the hands of the Tahlequah receiver. It looked like Kobe Baker. And
He's number 33.
took about a step with the ball, was hit pretty good, and the ball went flying out of bounds, so incomplete pass. Bring up 4th and 5, and just not looking good, Ashley. It just nothing goes our way.
I believe that we've had less than 5 first downs the whole game, Mark. And haven't been in their territory at all in the second half. Just not the way you want to come out and play a game.
Snap, kick is away. Good Tahlequah bounce. And there, the ball's going to roll inside the 15 to around the 12-yard line. That south wind may have helped us there. So at 29 seconds to go in the third, Collinsville's up 43-0. And Tahlequah, we just can't seem to figure it out. Which happens. You're dealing with 15, 16, 17-year-old guys, and sometimes the barometric pressure can knock them off a little bit. Well, we got a high-pressure system over us right now. I don't know. I'm talking to Hunter Burchett. He's a weatherman.
You know, Mark, we're only 6 touchdowns away from being back in this.
That's right.
You know, we get a stop here, we score, and we do that 5 more times. We're right back in this game.
Get a pick 6 right here, a fumble play.
See, it's starting right there with a big-time tackle. See?
Gain of about, well, looks like they're going to say no gain on the play. Real quick here while they're running the play, I want to give a shout-out to our production team. We got Hunter Burchett, Celia Santana, Owen Martin, Ben Dobson, and Charlotte Knott working the game tonight. These kids do a lot of good work. Volleyball season is over, folks, so it'll be just football from here until November 2nd is the last regular season game. We go to Claremore, but then should have some playoff football in our future. And so do that.
Mark, tell you some scores around the league right now. Bishop McGinnis is just whipping Guyman 67-0. McAllister's all over Nathan Hale 42-0. And a game that we got close ties to, East Central at Pryor. It's all East Central right now, 35-22. You know the Pryor Tigers are going to come here to Doc Wadley Stadium next Friday. Hopefully we can get back on track with those Tigers. Again, it's 35-22 East Central. Carl Albert's all over Northwest Classic 48-0. Ada is 12, Glenpool 0, and Bishop Kelly 21, Durant nothing. Will Rogers is just getting pummeled by Claremore 41-0. And Skiatook wearing out Tulsa Memorial 34-6. And then last night, Edison Prep, that was a big upset, 49 over Coweta, 49-20. And that game was played last night. So there's some scores around the league for you.
I believe Edison has some talent, if I'm not mistaken, which most of the Tulsa public have talent. It's just sometimes turning that talent into wins can be a challenge.
Just managing that talent. And that's a run for about a loss of 1.
Be 3rd and 10.
Like to see the Tigers put some points on the board just to get some momentum, just to get some positivity flowing, you know. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Cardinals. Man in motion. They run the zone right, trying to stretch it out the sidelines, cuts it up the field, gets hit once, gets hit twice. It's going to be the 3rd man is going to bring him down. About a gain of 4 on the carry. He's going to bring up 4th and long for the Cardinals. And looks like the punt team will make an appearance. So the Tigers should get pretty decent field position here.
Well, I think it's safe to say this game has not turned out like we thought it would. I didn't honestly know who would come out on top, but I thought it would be a low-scoring, close game, and it's lopsided, Ashley.
You know, when things just started, you know, not going our way, it just began to pile, you know. And it hasn't been, you know, just an awful performance. It's just been, you know, fumbles and penalties and things of that nature. He's around the corner. He's to the 40. He's to the 35, to the 30. He's going to be brought down at about the 28-yard line. And here we go, Mark.
Yep.
Inside Cardinal territory. Looks like he's a little bit shaken up, but hey, if we score quickly here, we're right back in this thing, guys.
That's right. That's right. Get some of that Tiger magic.
That's right.
Maybe we need the head off a live rooster. Send that sucker down to the field and have it sacrificed on the 50. That's a Bull Durham reference, by the way, if anybody out there was wondering. That's a great movie.
I can assure you that these young broadcasting crew in here has probably never even heard of Bull Durham.
No, they haven't. They're looking at me like a cow looking at a fence post.
Yeah, that
It
would have
is.
been,
Hey, Owen's going to correct me on that.
Serrano.
Yeah, right. It is Serrano.
And Jobu, I believe, is
Yep.
his little voodoo doll, if you remember.
Loss of about 4 on the play. Be 2nd and 14.
Well, Collinsville, they did not get the memo that they can quit playing defense right now. They are still playing pretty tough. Simeon Armstrong rolls to his right. He's got a man deep, but he does not see him. He tucks it and runs and gets down to about the original line of scrimmage, but he didn't see, but he had his wide receiver down here wide open at the 5-yard line. But that's what pressure will do to you. It gets your eyes on the pressure and not downfield. But I believe that is, if it was Jackson Jones that was wide open.
Game clock, excuse me. I'll get that right one day, folks. Down to around 9 minutes. Armstrong calls in the play. Play clock to 8, 7, 6. There's the snap. Hand off to Carson Ferguson up the middle. There's a flag.
No gain on the play.
It's in the vicinity of holding. Personal foul against the Tigers. That's the 3rd personal foul against the Tigers. And I'm assuming, again, actually, it's a face mask. I don't know, because the official's not, he's just telling us personal foul. He's not telling us what.
What is the personal foul?
Yes.
You don't know if it is face mask or if it's just frustration or what, but it's time to keep the composure. We're going the wrong way. It's going to make it difficult to get those 6 touchdowns when we're going backwards.
Boy, I tell you what, and that game clock's down under 9, so got to start scoring them 6 touchdowns if we're going to do it. Like right here, we need to run the annexation of Puerto Rico, get in the end zone. Back to pass, going deep, and it is in the complete.
Oh, I thought he had it, Mark. I was about to start singing his praises on strong hands, but it was ripped out of us.
Yep, Jackson Jones
ripped right out of his hands. Single coverage. He had a step. He comes down with it. He makes it in the end zone. Going 4th down, and looks like the Tigers elect to punt. I guess you don't really have a lot of plays in the old playbook for 4th and eternity.
When you're down 43-0 in the 4th as well. So Christian is back to punt for the Tigers. Return man for the Cardinals will be camped out around the 10-yard line. Snap is back, kick is up, and it will hit and be downed pretty much at the same spot around the 13-yard line.
Pink flag on the field there. Holding is the call against the Cardinals.
Wow.
So that should be about half the distance to the goal.
Actually, there's a steady stream of cars leaving the stadium.
Yeah, we're starting to thin out right here at homecoming crowd.
Yep. Homecoming sometimes can be the kiss of death. There's so many festivities going on, things to take your attention away from the football game. And
and the Tigers start. Most of the team was here early this morning, 5:30 for that pep assembly. Had a busy day with a parade, just one thing after another. And again, not making excuses, but like you said, a lot of things going on homecoming. It's really hard to stay focused, especially when you've got a team of Collinsville's caliber coming into play.
Yes. Hand off to number 5. And
if I know Gilbert and I know his crew, I'm telling you what, they're going to get these guys back in line. They're going to use this as a learning experience, and hey, this is what happens. We don't do the little things. You can't do the big things if you don't do the little things.
That's right. I believe Pryor comes to town next week.
When Pryor comes to town, it's time to right the ship on those guys. We've had pretty good success against them the past few years. But, it's going to be a dogfight, too, because they don't tend to lay down easy either.
Hand off to number 5 over the right side. He's got run room again, and it'll take about 6 Tigers to get him down as the game clock is under 8.
We're going to mark it at the 19 mark. This will be good enough for another Cardinal first down. I would say this too, I just got a stat sent to me, and maybe it's something we want to look at for future reference, but the Channel 8 pep assembly apparently is the kiss of death. This makes 6 weeks in a row, if we go on to lose this game, that the home team that hosted the 5:30 assembly lost a game. So,
what? Nobody's going to want Channel 8 to come to town.
I think we can decline anytime Channel 8 comes to town.
That's right. Well, and I'll tell you what, I'm over here. Folks, you might hear me on there. I'm yawning like a dadgum sleepy cat. I'm over here, kind of an overweight cat, but I'm tired and hungry.
Well, Tiger fans, your Tiger youth football team, the Tahlequah youth football team, every single grade from 1st through 6th made the Green Country Youth Football Playoffs, Mark. And so they will travel to Jay tomorrow and to Adair to play their first round of the Green Country Youth Football Playoffs. Last year, the 1st grade team won the Super Bowl, and the 6th grade team got to the Super Bowl and lost. So some big things happening there in the youth football. Our future Tigers, that we will be seeing playing on this field one day. So if you're around, go out there and support the youth football team.
Well, and I'll be there. My oldest will be cheering on your 5th grade team. But you can better believe I'm going to have some headphones in with my phone radio listening to the Red River Shootout. They have a flag on the play.
Tackle. They still got their one guys in there, but it looks like we got another penalty, another pink flag.
Give a shout out here. Cooper McIlvain is on the field now, playing a little D-line.
Cooper, not a bad basketball player, not a bad baseball player either, but decided he would give football a go this year. Big kid, can only keep growing. He plays a lot on kickoff returns, son of Cooper McIlvain. I'm sorry, Cooper McIlvain is his name. He's son of Chase McIlvain. Don't worry, I'll call him Chase about 3 more times tonight, too. So.
So the clock has stopped. I assume someone called a timeout. It is 2nd and 19 for the Cardinals. Game clock sitting still at 7:01. There is the snap. Clock starts. Handoff over the left side. And Ashley, he is going to get right back up and make it about 3rd and 5. He gets it up to around the 24-yard line.
It's going to bring you up in a manageable down here. I really like Tahlequah's defense, but I would have liked to watch their offense play a lot more tonight, Mark.
That's right.
Handoff, outside zone. Another penalty flag. I think at this point we are trying to raise money for breast cancer awareness. For every flag they throw, somebody's donating money somewhere.
That's what it seems like. That's going against the Cardinals.
It's going to back them up. It was Aiden Crane, number 21, who made the stop. It looks like it's going to be holding his call against the Cardinals. Like I said, back them up 10. Bring up 3rd and long again.
Got to mention the Tahlequah Orange Express tomorrow. Actually, they'll be going to Bentonville, Arkansas, and they will spend all day there in competition. And talked to Mr. Allen, the band director, and he told me they face other bands from about 3 or 4 states, from Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, Texas. That's probably more than 3 or 4, but they'll face those schools. A lot of them, he said, are really big schools, and And so we wish them luck tomorrow on their big competition in Bentonville. The Tahlequah student section is trying to get the wave started. Maybe a little late.
It's a little ripple at least.
Yeah, got a little ripple going down there.
Kind of like the butterfly effect, though. You know, you don't know what's actually happening on down the line.
That's right.
Collinsville back to punt. Tigers going to hopefully get decent field position.
Almost blocked.
Calls for a fair catch. Tahlequah's going to take over at about the 36-yard line.
Sorry.
That was a rocket punt right there. Tigers just really haven't been able to do anything offensively, you know, against Collinsville, against their defense. Just their defense just had Tahlequah's number tonight. Just physical, just took it to the Tigers. I'd like to see them right now at least get some points on the board. Let's not get shut out here at homecoming.
Looks like we're running out some of the younger guys, actually. Number 8, Hunter Smith, sophomore, will be running the offense now.
That's Lane Matlock, number 7, a topside wide receiver. Here comes around the corner. Big-time gain. Still rolling. I think he's going to get it to about the 48-yard line. About a pickup of about 11 on the play.
That's Ferguson on the carry.
Well, that's something positive for the second half. I believe that is our first down of the second half. And it comes at 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Handoff again. Carson Ferguson goes up. He has nowhere to go as they stuff him. Maybe half a yard. Tahlequah is in the looking to the sidelines for the call.
Game clock just keeps on ticking down to around 4 minutes and 40 seconds.
Collinsville making a quick sub there. Handoff again inside, trying to catch the edge. Big block there. Steps up. He's going to bring it into Collinsville territory. Ball's going to be marked about the 47-yard line. It's just going to bring up 3rd and about 5 for the Tigers.
I'd like to see a first down here.
I
don't want to see Collinsville get the ball back.
I don't either. I would like to see a good drive and finish it off in the end zone. Just to end on a high note.
Smith takes the snap, handoff to Ferguson. Ferguson's going to get that first down. They're going to mark him at the 40.
Tell you what, Ferguson, you wouldn't know that it's 43-0 the way he's running.
Exactly.
He's still ready to play. He's making every opportunity he has here while he's in the game. You know, he gets a lot of playing time even with the ones out there, and he's a hard-nosed runner. I think we've talked about that. He's more of a north-south type guy. He's going to run real hard. A little different day-to-day. Day-to-day, we're going to put a move and he make a man miss. But Carson, he's just going to get up the field, and he's going to do it in a hurry. So first and 10 for the Tigers.
Some of the other folks checking in for the Tigers, actually number 4, Elijah Tatum. Number 3, Tanner Christian, the brother of Tate Christian. And number 14, Brett Boland, seeing some action tonight. Flags all over the place.
Man, that was a big-time run right there, pickup of 11, but let's see what they're going to call.
It's
going to be the Cardinals. Personal foul, face mask is the call. It'd be a 15-yarder.
So it makes you wonder what those 3 personal fouls on Tahlequah was. If he's given the face mask call there.
Like I said, I'm probably inclined to believe that it had to do with probably some frustration. But best drive thus far for the Tigers, as they are now on about the 14-yard line. They are threatening inside again. Still driving to about maybe the 11. Maybe just inside the 11. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 6 for the Tigers. Clock's ticking down, 3 minutes to go. I don't know if they're going to get those 6 touchdowns.
I would think we might be able to say they won't get the 6 tonight.
We're going to get one. We're going to punch it in right here, I do believe. Here we go. Around the edge. He's got a block. He's up the middle. It's driving. Oh, and he's just short.
Hey, and how about Ferguson running with a purpose?
It's going to be brought down at the 1-yard line. It's going to bring up 1st and goal for the Tigers.
Hey, if we get it in here, we don't get skunked.
That's right. That's right. Then we kick it onside. We score immediately. Kick another. Guys, I've seen crazier things.
That's right. That's right. I've been to 3 county fairs and a couple goat ropings, Ashley. I've seen some crazy before.
Have you guessed the weight of the bearded lady, Mark?
I have not. So I haven't got that crazy. Ferguson swallowed up in the backfield there.
There's that holding water with the sieve again, and that play doesn't work out well for us.
Even our ball boys are kind of taking a seat there,
He's
Ashley.
kind of tired. He's going to sit down right there behind. Maybe he might trip that referee. I hope he sure doesn't, because that'd be tough.
Smith takes the snap, hands off,
There
and Ferguson's in.
Tigers in. Tigers score. Don't call it a comeback, Mark.
That's right.
But here we go.
We got 1:32 to score 5 more times.
Do you go for 2 here, Mark?
That's right. Let's go for 2.
He's going to march out his field goal to extra point team here.
Trey Patrick going to get a shot.
Collinsville thought they were going to shut us out. Well, I tell you what, not today, Collinsville.
Tahlequah wasn't ready for that snap.
And it skipped back to
False
the holder.
start.
False start against the Tigers. They're going to back them up 5. No big deal for the Tigers. Trey's got the leg. He can still nail it. But that's kind of how the night's gone, Mark. You know, just nothing's really gone our way.
Bad snap again.
Oh, he's got it. He
Christian's
could
gonna
go.
run
He's
for
to
the
the 10
corner.
to 5. He's in. What a 2-point conversion for the Tigers.
43-8, Ashley.
There we go. Mark, I'm going to turn my hat, pull the old baseball move out.
There we go.
It could be rally time.
There we go. Too bad we don't have some old styrofoam cups
That's
we can
it,
poke
right?
the bottoms out of and you can wear them as glasses.
Two-point conversion is good for the Tigers. I don't know that it was meant to be, but the previous
say we
snap was
planned it
low,
that
the
way.
next snap was high, and he took it and had the edge, and Tigers put 8 on the board.
Minute 32 to go. Tigers walking out onto the field for the kickoff.
With that touchdown, Tigers pull within 35. That's that higher math, Mark.
That's right.
Tigers kickoff team, hadn't seen them in a while.
Short
to the 30. He's got a lane. But he's going to be brought down at about the 46-yard lines by a whole host of Tigers. Minute 25 to go in the fourth quarter. Your Tigers trail 43-8.
We need to pick 6 right here.
Good learning experience for these young Tigers. You know, get to go back this week and lick their wounds a little bit. Get ready for the Pryor Tigers.
And another home game, so encourage everybody to come on out to Doc Wadley and watch that game. Before we close out, one more time, I want to give a shout out to our crew tonight working the ball game for us on TahlequahTigersAthletics.com and the Mascot Media app. We have Ben Dobson. He's running your camera right now, folks. Charlotte Knott on the other camera. Producing right now, we have Celia Santana, Owen Martin, and Hunter Burchett. That game clock is ticking down to around 45 seconds, actually. I'm going to go ahead and say we're not going to score those 5 or 6 needed touchdowns.
As they're going to come out here and looks like they're going to just take a knee and get out of here with a 35-point victory over the Tigers.
And that's a big victory, actually. When you talk about the 5A4 play, this solidifies, and from what we've seen so far, this is week 6, so we're just over halfway. Collinsville is the team to beat in this district.
And I think this was a statement win for Collinsville because Tahlequah is not they're not a bad team.
No.
They're really good. And guys, I think Collinsville, like you said, is going to be the team to watch in the playoffs, but hopefully we get to see them again deep in the playoffs.
Exactly. And I'll tell you this, the worst day of being a Tiger is better than the best day of being a Cardinal any day.
Every day, I tell you that.
All right, folks. Well, hey, we want to thank y'all for watching us on the app or on the website. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your friends' family about watching us. And we thank y'all. We're out.